Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and welcome back to the live stream here today. We are finally, hopefully going to be seeing Modern Warfare campaign gameplay today. Very exciting stuff, and there is also going to be the special announcement, which I believe to be a special gunfight beta that is going to be PS4 only this weekend, which I'm excited about. Finally, we get to play the game, and it's going to be apparently an open beta, so we're all going to be able to play it. So this is going to be showcased at Gamescom. There is a timer in the top left hand corner of the screen for those of you guys who are wondering when it is going to start. But let me know in the chat, what are you excited for? Are you hyped for Modern Warfare? What are your thoughts on it thus far? Now, I do have the Gamescom live stream just within the background whilst we wait for the Call of Duty segment to begin, which is still, as we were saying, in a good hour and a half from now. But nevertheless, we're just going to wait around and talk about Modern Warfare in general until it does begin. Now, we did get this ray tracing trailer earlier, which did showcase a little bit of Modern Warfare's campaign that we hadn't previously seen. So I figure I might as well just play it for you guys now, for those of you guys who have not seen it yet. So let's get this up. I did post it on my channel too, but let's get this up in full screen, if it even lets me. There we go, and let's play this for you guys.
Targets are up, boys. Let's kick this off. Moving on the rear guard. Town secure.
Pre-order and get early access to the open beta.
Okay, so there we go. We're going to be getting early access. I don't know why it said that. Oh yeah, it's because it's for ray tracing. Never mind. I was wondering why it said the PC date there. But anyways, what I do want to say is for the gunfight beta, I wouldn't delete the beta because it's going to be this weekend. However, I feel like when you download the beta, it will just be, that beta will be updated when the main beta goes live. If you guys remember back to the Black Ops 4 beta, we had the normal beta first, I believe, and then the Blackout beta, and the Blackout beta was just an update to the regular beta. So if you deleted the first beta, you had to re-download everything again. So I don't know how that will work though. If it is going to be an open beta, they might just lock the beta after obviously it is over, so that not everyone will be able to use that download to play the main beta. I don't know for sure if it's going to be using the same file, but I would assume it would be, just to save time, but I don't know for sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Vapes Design says, I was the one that sent you that link. Yes, I did see it first from you. But yeah, I think quite a lot of other people have shared it around now. It's all over Reddit and stuff like that. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Modern Warfare thus far? You know, within the last live stream where we had the multiplayer reveal, for some weird reason, Activision striked my stream. So, but luckily enough, I've managed to go ahead and get that strike removed, so we are able to live stream here today. But I remember within the last live stream I was talking about a ton of leaks and stuff like that, but today I don't really have many leaks to talk about because obviously pretty much everything surrounding the game is pretty much already out there apart from the campaign, and I don't really want to spoil too much regarding the campaign storyline. Obviously the developers have worked hard on the storyline, and I don't want to just put that all out there, obviously. But one thing that I do want to say that I haven't talked about within a video at all or anything like that, Clan Wars seems to be returning within Modern Warfare. So if you're a fan of Clan Wars within Call of Duty Ghosts, it's apparently coming back. So that is exciting news. There's apparently evidence within the game that suggests it is going to be returning. So I don't know how you are feeling in regards to that subject matter. And I will also be having new Battle Royale details, which I will be posting at some point soon. Because obviously the Battle Royale video that I made where I talked about everything we know thus far regarding it was a good 2+ months ago now, I think. How long ago did I post it? Let me check. My original Battle Royale video. Let me scroll down. Here we go. It was almost 2 months ago now. And just speaking of which on my channel, you can see something is really wrong. YouTube's been really weird lately. As you can see right here, all the views are all great on the videos. They're all doing fine. And, you know, loads of 50k videos. And then all of a sudden, recently, the views have just plummeted. I'm not really sure because there's been loads of bugs with YouTube recently with the Creator Studio changes and stuff like that to the video manager. And that's been kind of annoying. That's been just a bit annoying. I think it's messed up a lot of people's algorithms. A lot of people are saying they aren't getting notifications or seeing videos on the homepage or anything like that. Carson says, do you know how Clan Wars will work? No, I don't at this moment in time. There's a lot of TGR Activision shill. Yes, definitely, of course. Will there be more factions in Modern Warfare or just 2? Says Clav in the chat. Clavy Joe. I'm not really sure, actually. I'll try and find that out for you guys. But there's a lot of stuff within the game that isn't finalized just yet and is still being worked on. So we're just going to have to see how everything does develop. I'm trying to think of other things that are not already public regarding leaks anyways. Because pretty much everything surrounding the game is out there already. So regarding microtransactions, salvage from Modern Warfare, not Modern Warfare, Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be returning within this game. There's going to be supply drops. There's going to be, there's also going to be this new plunder system in Battle Royale and Spec Ops. And, so far, all of the microtransactions within the game and everything within supply drops is cosmetics only. From what I have been hearing, the developers are really trying to make it as fair as possible, but at the end of the day, microtransactions are a business, and Activision are a business, and they need to make their money. However, they are going to be trying to be more consumer-friendly with this game, but I don't know how far they're going to go with that, because, you know, it could end up being like Black Ops 4, where 3-4 months after release, it may be fine, you know, the first few months, but ever so slightly it gets worse and worse until we end up in a situation where there's a ton of DLC weapons within the game. But there is actually a crossbow, which is going to be a DLC weapon. I know that's going to be the first DLC weapon within the game, so that's the only thing I know regarding DLC weapons. And in regards to DLC maps, there's going to be one DLC map that's going to be a new version of Wetworks. So it's going to be taking place in the central area of the ship from Modern Warfare's campaign, the first mission. What's the mission called? I completely forgot the name. Well, the same mission that you're on the boat as Wetwork. Where there's going to be a multiplayer map that's actually going to be inside the boat where all of the carriers are, the shipment carriers, and that's going to be one of the multiplayer maps that I believe is coming after launch. Also, I believe shipments might be coming after launch because it's in the game right now. However, I don't know if it's going to be held back for after launch, because what I'm hearing right now is that a lot of the post-launch content are going to be remakes and stuff like that. But the only remakes that I know of that are in multiplayer are, as you were saying, Gulag Showers, which was a Modern Warfare 2 mission. But you're going to have a multiplayer map that's in the showers from Gulag, and that was actually planned to be a multiplayer map within Modern Warfare 2, but it was cancelled. So they've brought it into Modern Warfare this time around, and that's going to be one of the remakes. And then also Shipment is returning, but they've closed off a lot of the spawn trap points and stuff like that. And there is also going to be this new version of Wetwork. It's not really a remake. Well, it is kind of a remake, but we've never seen it in multiplayer before since that was within the campaign mission. But yeah, that's going to be another map. And then there's a load of maps within Battle Royale that I've heard are going to be coming to multiplayer, but they're not there just yet. So I made a whole video talking about this before. I can't remember all of the maps that I listed off. Let me go and find the video, actually. By the way, Rust, I had listed Rust within that list. However, I've heard that it's no longer in Battle Royale. So that could be something coming after launch. Let me try and find the video. Where even is it? Here we go. It was within this video where I talked about the remade sections, so If anyone wants to check it out, I will actually drop it in the chat right now. Let me go ahead and put it in. By the way, in regards to this video, as I was saying, Rust is no longer within Battle Royale. So I think Rust has a high chance to come after launch, but I have no details on Rust. It's not even being worked on right now, as far as I'm aware anyways. Obviously, I'm not going to know every single little piece of detail about this game. This is just from what I have been hearing. Now, in regards to survival mode, so survival mode's only just recently began, gotten into production. So survival is going to be different to the original Modern Warfare. I made a whole video talking about this. It's going to be different to in Modern Warfare 3 and in Advanced Warfare, where you played on multiplayer maps. You are going to be playing on this large map that's used for Spec Ops, and you're going to move around the map. So, for example, at like round 4, you will move to a different location. At round 10, you'll move to a different location. I don't know the specific rounds that you change location, but basically, consecutively, once you reach a certain wave, you will move location. So it'll keep you moving around the map instead of just staying in one position, which is going to be a massive change up on the original formula. But yeah, there's not even many people in this Gamescom stream, and I believe this is the official Gamescom stream because this is the one that was linked directly on Gamescom's page. And there doesn't really seem to be many people in here. I'm going to actually look up on YouTube. There's not really that much hype. Xbox is streaming with 18k people. I don't know who this is. They're streaming the live stream. And yeah, there's a lot of people streaming this live stream. But, there's not too much hype just yet. I'm not really paying attention to anything that's going on. I'm just waiting for the Modern Warfare reveal, obviously. Which is going to be at 7 p.m. UK time. Let me get up Infinity Ward's tweet. So this is the special announcement, which I believe is the gunfight beta. So it starts at 8 p.m. Central Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Eastern Time and then 11 a.m. Pacific Time, which is 7 p.m. UK time. For those of you guys are wondering, if you don't want to do the math, there's a timer in the top left-hand corner of the screen. It's starting in just 2 hours and 20 minutes. So not long now, not too long indeed. I started the stream well before I probably should have. I should have waited a bit longer, but regardless, I thought we'd just talk to you guys about leaks and various other things until the live stream does start, and hopefully we get to see a ton of new campaign gameplay and stuff like that. They have said that they will be showing, as we were saying, new Modern Warfare footage, as you can see, which I'm pretty confident is the campaign, because as we were saying, we did get this new ray tracing trailer, which was showing new campaign footage. So that's a bit of a snippet or a bit of a teaser towards what they're going to be showing later on today, which is going to be the full campaign reveal trailer. I'm going to watch it again for you guys right now, actually, since there's new people in the stream. I have already posted it on the channel for those of you guys who didn't see it on GeForce's official channel. But let's go ahead and get this up in full screen, and I'll shut up now and just play it for you guys.
Targets are up, boys. Let's kick this off. Moving on the rear garden. Town house secure.
Okay, so that's a bit of a teaser to what we're going to be seeing later. And yeah, the open beta is on the 19th on PC. Let me go ahead and get the PC, the beta dates up again. Modern Warfare beta dates. I can't remember what time, when it starts for the second week. So here are the beta dates. Why doesn't it just go full screen? I don't understand. Okay, that doesn't even do anything. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Okay, so as I was saying, this weekend there's going to be a gunfight beta. Now, I'm not sure on the specific day, because I think it's actually going to be starting on Friday, which is the 23rd. Some people on Reddit were speculating that it was going to be the 22nd, but I think those dates were just guesses. As far as I'm aware, it's going to be starting on the 23rd, and I'm assuming it will end the Monday or the Tuesday, but I've not heard any dates or anything like that, but I believe the 23rd is when we're going to be seeing it, so we're at least going to get a few days to play Modern Warfare early. Obviously, it's just gunfight, but nevertheless, it will give you a feel for how good the game feels in your controller, and how the guns feel, and how graphically pleasing the game looks, and everything like that. And then we will get the main beta, which, as I was saying, starts on the 14th to the 16th on PS4. But if you pre-ordered the game, you can get it 2 days early on the 12th. So everyone can play on the 14th. And then for weekend 2, everyone can play on the 21st. That's PS4, Xbox One, and PC. However, once again, if you go ahead and pre-order the game, you get early access on the 19th. But this gunfight beta, I think it's a pretty big shock, and a lot of people are going to be surprised. I think that is why Charlie Intel and stuff like that aren't really reporting on this leak, because obviously they probably don't want to spoil this big announcement. I'm guessing they've probably already heard about it. They've probably already been given the heads up, but probably don't want to report on it just out of respect, to give people a bit of a surprise. But nevertheless, everyone's already made YouTube videos and stuff like that. But in regards to the gunfight beta, I've heard there's only going to be 3 maps, so let me just go ahead and check Charlie Intel's Twitter. So as you guys know, some new gunfight maps were revealed yesterday via the Snapchat filter. So let me go up to the start again. So we've got Docks, which is already revealed, and then we've got Pine, which was already revealed too. And the next map we have is Speedball, which is a new map. That looks really, really cool. It looks kind of like a paintball course. I'm not exactly sure what that map is. And then we have the next map, which is Stack. And then, God, these translations are slow. Oh my God. And then we have King, which is already revealed. And then we have Docks. Oh no, we're back to the start, I believe. Was Docks the new one? Docks was the new map that was revealed too, I believe. But yeah, not all of these are going to be playable within this beta, so only 3 of them will be, which I'm presuming, I haven't heard which maps, but I'm presuming they're going to be King, and also Pine, and also Stacks, because those were the first ones that were revealed, so I don't know why they would show the new maps, because then we would have had gameplay of every single map within Gunfight, and they probably want to keep some things a bit of a secret. But yeah, Shipment was not listed within this, and I know Shipment is going to be a gunfight map, which is why I believe it is going to be a map that's going to be coming as DLC, because it's in the game right now, but it's still being worked on, because apparently a lot of people don't like how it currently is. Anyways, let's get back to the Gamescom stream. So they're just showing off other stuff right now, so I'm just talking over it because there's not really any point. I'm kind of scared that some of these trailers are copyrighted, which is why I'm not really full screening it. Let me go ahead and get the chat open and see what you guys are saying. So, let me know in the chat right now, is there anything you want answering surrounding Modern Warfare? Because I can try and get that answered for you guys. But most of the game has already been revealed for multiplayer and through the leaks and stuff like that. So, there's not really too much to talk about that isn't already out there. But I guess there's little details that I'm probably not even thinking of asking that some of you guys might want answers to. But I won't be able to answer everything, obviously. The game is still in development, not everything's finished. Some stuff is still being decided. Yeah, I believe campaign is getting shown today. So there is one campaign mission within Modern Warfare, which is called... what's it called? I tweeted it out. It's called the phrase from the trailer. Let me go ahead and get it up. I literally tweeted out and I've completely forgotten it. It's the quotes that we originally saw within the Modern Warfare reveal. Let me go ahead and scroll down. There's so many tweets here. Oh my god. Here we go. So one of the missions is called Going Dark, which is obviously a big emphasis on this game. Night vision is a big part of this game. And the night vision looks so realistic. It's honestly amazing. Deviant put in the chat, Vonderhaar got fired from Treyarch. He tweeted it yesterday. I'm not sure exactly if he's 100% fired. I can pull up Vonderhaar's Twitter right now. I wanted to talk about that a little bit, actually, so I'm glad you brought that up. I don't know what on earth is going on with Treyarch. Like, look what he tweeted out earlier. Says someone, I think this is a post on Charlie Intel's post about this, their article, and you know, someone saying it's about time he left. Treyarch hasn't made a good game since Black Ops 2, blah blah blah. And he tweeted this out saying, thanks, the last time I had any authority over what we made was Black Ops 2 and Blackout. I'm still your best friends and only exist because you let me, and I know this. It's kind of, I don't know what is going on with Treyarch. Clearly Vonderhaar is not really dealing that well with the pressure of just people not being that happy with these games and the pressure from Activision forcing them to pump out a game, because COD 2020 is going to be a game by Treyarch, and Treyarch should not be making next year's Call of Duty. I'm sorry, but Black Ops 4 was such a disaster in terms of development. Obviously, the campaign was cancelled. They had to go and work on Blackout Battle Royale, and you know, even Zombies was a bit of a mess. I had heard before launch, you know, the maps weren't coming along well, and Zombies in general hasn't really received much attention for Black Ops 4. A lot of people have left the community. The game launched with all of these blue screens and stuff like that. Now, I don't think Black Ops 4 Zombies is that bad, to be honest. In fact, you know, Classified's one of my favourite maps, but you know, Zombies in particular in Black Ops 4 has received a lot of flack. People aren't really happy with multiplayer in Black Ops 4 as well, because they changed a lot before launch. According to the leaks and what we know, before launch there was going to be advanced movement within the game. It was going to be actually set after Black Ops 3. However, they actually changed everything. So now they're saying that it's chronologically set in between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, but that's not true. They originally made all these maps and the campaign with the idea of it being after Black Ops 3. But everything just got changed last minute because apparently playtesters didn't like the multiplayer, and then they changed everything, and apparently the campaign was too ambitious, and Activision made them change a load of things, and the Treyarch developers had to cancel a lot of things, and I don't know what's going on, because David Vonderhaar's tweeting all these depressing things, and it's just like, what on earth is even going on at Treyarch? And what I've heard in regards to Call of Duty 2020, the Black Ops reboot, as I've heard, I don't know if they're going to call it just Black Ops, or whether they're going to call it Black Ops 5, because both names are being used right now, so they're probably still trying to work on what they're actually going to call it, but it's going to be a reboot that I believe is going to be somehow linked into Black Ops 4 in some way, the specialist stories that we had, which I'll have a theory video about, talking about within the future. But in terms of what I have heard in regards to Call of Duty 2020, I'm sure you guys are all wondering how development is going. I've heard that Treyarch and Sledgehammer Games, which are both obviously working on the game, have been arguing a ton, and development is not going along that well. Apparently the game is nowhere near what Modern Warfare was this time last year, and they are using the new engine for this Black Ops reboot, so at least that will speed up development a lot, because if you guys don't know, this new engine that they have that they're using for Modern Warfare, apparently it's way more easier for the developers to use. They can use the thing where they scan in environments and stuff like that, instead of having to manually texture everything in. And that saves apparently a lot of time in regards to development, and then they can focus on other things, and that's why Modern Warfare is getting so much content. But Treyarch have literally been forced to make this next year's Call of Duty, when originally Sledgehammer Games and Ravensoft were making it, and development wasn't going well, and Treyarch were forced to step in, and it's just one big disaster, really. So I'm just hoping that they manage to get their act together, but with Vonderhaar saying all this stuff, it's a bit questionable. Now, there is a possibility that Vonderhaar is just on about esports, because apparently, I don't know what is even going on. Like, what is this tweet? Clearly I'm still angry, you however make me less angry, and are a good friend. Does he work at Treyarch? Game director. He's worked on Far Cry 3 and some other stuff. But yeah, I don't know what is going on with Vonderhaar. Clearly, Treyarch have been forcing him to take loads of breaks from Treyarch. I don't know if he's fired, though, because some people think he's fired, some people think he's just been asked to step away from esports and stuff like that. But This tweet really makes it seem like he's fired because he's responding to people directly talking about him being fired. So, I don't know what's going on. Look, be free, my friend. And he said, finally free. I'm just hope Vonderhaar doesn't get in trouble because obviously he's probably not supposed to be saying stuff like that. He shouldn't be telling people that he had barely any authority on Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4's multiplayer. He shouldn't be telling people that. So I hope Activision don't pressure it in on him and try and get him in trouble for anything. But he definitely should not be saying all of this stuff. But I don't know what's going on because obviously I had previously reported about the whole Jason Blundell fired rumour, and Treyarch came out with a statement saying that it's not true. But according to my sources, Blundell is nowhere to be seen. So is Blundell just taking a break from Treyarch? Or is he just working on something else at Activision? What is going on? Because the last time we had ever heard about a developer, or developers should I say, moving over to Activision was Glenn Schofield and Michael Condrey. They left and they had apparently been promoted as Activision executives, but we all know that was all just a cover-up for them being fired because they then just basically went silent, and Michael Condrey was tweeting out about him being in a desert and all this crazy stuff. And, you know, if he had been promoted to an executive at Activision, he wouldn't be going on these, you know, he won't be traveling the world trying to free his mind. I can't remember exactly what he tweeted, but he was sort of going on a bit of a venture to get his head in the right space. But that was a big cover-up just to hide the fact that they had been fired. So I don't know if something similar is going on with Blundell, or this rumour is somehow false somehow. I don't know what's going on. I want to make a video about it at some point. I want to make a video about it because right now it's still very, very blurry. And clearly something is going on with Blundell. There is definitely something going on with Blundell. If he is still at Treyarch, he has definitely either gone on a leave for a short amount of time or something has happened, because why else would these rumours get out there? Why would people think he is fired if that's not actually the case? And there's got to be something happening with him, because even Charlie Intel, when they made the article talking about him being fired, or the rumours should I say, even they had said in the article they had heard similar rumours, but they weren't able to verify this just yet until obviously me and various other people had started to talk about it. And obviously after Treyarch put out that statement, I and a lot of other people got a lot of flack for it, but at the end of the day, I don't know how on earth that situation could have been avoided, because this is just what we had heard, and we were just relaying what we had heard. Let me go ahead and move the this just a bit down. At the end of the day, I was just relaying what I had heard, and the source is a very reliable one, to say the least, for the information. So I had no reason to doubt it. So either this is just some sort of big misunderstanding, or it's something else. I don't know what is going on, to be honest. Because it is really, really weird, because he hasn't been present in all of the recent live streams, and yes, that might be because, you know, the community is just being really toxic and whatnot, and he might not want to be in the public face. But at the same time, for example, the recent Trek blog post, it was closed off by saying Craig Houston and the team. Why didn't it say Jason Blundell and the team? It just seems really, really weird. Like, I don't know. There's definitely something going on with Blundell, though, because if you go onto Treyarch's website, let me get it up. Oh, that's their Twitter, whoops. If you go onto Treyarch's website, they used to have a whole page where they had all the co-studio heads and stuff like that. And if you now go on here, that's all just been removed. And it's like they're trying to hide something. So I had apparently heard that around 10 Treyarch employees were fired. So either that was just a massive sort of miscommunication somehow, or something is going on. Maybe he's not fired, but he was just taking a leave of absency, maybe a short break, because Vonderhaar has done that loads of times over the years, ever since Black Ops 2. He's taken loads of different breaks where he's basically been asked by Treyarch to take a month, a 2-month break, to try and get his mental health in order. Because people don't understand, like, yes, Black Ops 4 isn't the game that it should be, you know? But at the end of the day, Treyarch were forced to bring out a game when it wasn't ready. A lot of stuff was scrapped and a lot of stuff was cancelled. But Activision still forced them to put out the game because they want a game out every single year. Realistically, with all of the stuff that went on before Black Ops 4 released, Activision should have allowed them to have at least another year. But then they would have lost a ton of money, and they just weren't willing to do that. But then it meant that Treyarch and the QA testers had to just be working on the game 24/7, which basically just tore them apart. And yeah, the game released in a very broken state with all of the blue screens, and then it meant that the people who were working overtime to try and crunch to get the game ready for October 12th, the release date, it meant that by the time that the game released, a lot of the developers and the QA testers were hoping that they wouldn't have to work all this overtime anymore, and they could take a bit of a break and relax finally after working for months non-stop. But then obviously the game released in a really poor state, so then they were forced to carry on crunching, and then by the time December came, it just never ended. It just kept on going, and now Treyarch are working on their next game, and it's just they're just stuck in a cycle where they just keep on pumping out games too fast. If they just had more time, it would be so much better. But the problem is with Black Ops 4, it's just too much stuff kept on getting scrapped, as I was saying. And it really does suck, because if they just created what they wanted to create, the campaign idea that they originally had, if they just stuck with the original idea they had for multiplayer too, things could have been a lot better. Also, I think Treyarch should have just stuck to the Ether storyline within this game. I think it was a bad idea starting up the Chaos story and the Ether story together. The game should not have released with 4 maps. And I know that is a lot, and I think it might have been partially due to the fact that the game was releasing with no campaign, so they wanted to give extra zombies maps to make up for that. But I felt like 4 maps on launch was too much. I think a lot of people just couldn't keep up with these 4 maps, and I think they should have focused more on the quality of those maps rather than the quantity, because not a lot of people play Voyage of Despair. 9's a good map. I love 9. Classified's a great map. Blood of the Dead's a weird one, though. I like the atmosphere and stuff like that, and it's a decent map. It has emotion and whatnot. The Easter egg ending's probably one of the best Easter egg endings we've ever had. But the map is kind of a bit of a pain to play. The Easter egg is probably one of the worst and most annoying Easter eggs ever. I crashed literally over 10 times right near the end of the Easter egg on Blood of the Dead. And you can understand why a lot of people just abandoned this game early on with all of the blue screens. Like, it was so bad on launch. Like, literally wasted days upon days trying to complete the Easter egg, and it just kept on crashing near the end. And then I finally did it. And blue screens are fine now. The game doesn't really blue screen much, but as I was saying, it's just too little too late. Yes, Treyarch have made big changes to the game, and it doesn't blue screen really now. But the problem is the majority of the players were playing right when it came out. So, yeah. Okay, Charlie and I'll just tweeted out the NVIDIA ray tracing trailer that we got for Modern Warfare earlier. I thought they posted a new trailer then. Almost had me shook. But yeah, I am worried for Treyarch's next game. Thank you so much for the £2 from Squash. Oh god, I can't even read that message. Let me just go ahead and check. He said, "Come back on nail in the coffin for the franchise." Asked Squash in the super chat. Thank you so much for the donation. In regards to Modern Warfare, I think this game is going to be a massive comeback for Call of Duty, because this game has so much content. We've got multiplayer, just the regular multiplayer. We've got gunfight, which is 2v2, but also 1v1s and 3v3s in private matches. We then have loads of new multiplayer modes. Apparently, they've got something ridiculous like 80 modes concepted for Modern Warfare. Obviously, not all 80 are going to ever release, but they have a ton of concepts for game modes within Modern Warfare, but that they will be releasing over the year. We'll probably only ever see you know, a very small handful of those concepted maps, maybe like 10 at most, but they do have a lot of concepts for game modes, but it's unlike anything we've ever seen within Call of Duty. But you know, we've got this 100 versus 100 mode that is planned. We've got 50v50. We've got this 32 versus 32 mode, 20 versus 20, 10v10. These are things that we have never seen within Call of Duty before. Then we've got Battle Royale, which I believe is going to be free to play, and that's going to be a massive game changer because Call of Duty has never really had something free to play before, apart from Call of Duty Mobile, but that's not even fully released yet. It's just in beta. And then obviously we've got Spec Ops, and that's going to be played on the Battle Royale map. It's going to be semi-open world. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do. That's going to be, again, a massive game changer. And then we move out, and then we're also having survival mode. Just the amount of content within this game is phenomenal. You know, around 20 maps on launch. We've got all these gunfight maps. War mode is still planned as far as I'm aware. It's in the game. Honestly, there is so much I can list off. You know, we've got around 35 weapons coming on launch, but there's going to be around 50 weapons because some of the weapons you can turn into other weapons by attaching certain attachments. So it means that this game is going to have around 50 weapons, even though technically there's only around 35. And free DLC as well, crossplay, all this stuff that we have never seen within Call of Duty before. I think this game is really delivering. And honestly, there is a very good chance that this game will get content for years to come instead of just the current year, especially if Call of Duty 2020 is as much of a mess as it seems like. But yeah, in regards to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, obviously, we recently heard from the ex-Sledgehammer Games developer that apparently Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is done with multiplayer, but they don't have a release date. They're essentially using Modern Warfare 2 Remastered as a backup plan. So if a Call of Duty ever is getting a load of hate or the development is a mess, they can release that, and that'll be their backup plan, which is why they're saving onto it. But there is a good chance it could come next year, to be honest, because of the fact that, as I was saying, with COD 2020 being such a mess, it could honestly release next year. But I still am excited for the Black Ops reboot because apparently it's going to be on the new engine. It's also going to be really gritty and gory, just like Modern Warfare, the campaign, and also the zombies. They're trying to go for a more of a horror aspect within zombies within their next game. But I don't even know what the storyline is going to be because it's going to be somehow related to the Ether storyline. It's going to be a soft reboot of sorts. But it's going to be a new storyline, so I don't know what that story is going to be, whether any characters will return like Richtofen, but I have heard they were thinking about having returning characters that we know from the Ether story, but they're also thinking about having campaign characters, which would be amazing. Nothing's set in stone right now. This is like over 2 months old info, but it does mean that for this Black Ops reboot, we could see, you know, Woods and Richtofen fighting side by side, and that would be amazing. But I don't know if that's for sure. The thing is with Richtofen, obviously they have said that Primus, Ultimus, and also Victus' storyline will be ending with DLC for the Call of the Dead remake. That'll be the end to their storyline for good. However, obviously, I don't know if that refers to all of the characters. So, for example, if Ultimus Richtofen is the only survivor, let's just say if everyone else dies, I don't know what's going to happen within the ending, but let's just say everyone sacrifices themselves, or Ultimus Richtofen kills everyone, and he somehow survives. I don't know. And I just cannot see a Call of Duty Zombies game without Richtofen. He's just the icon of Call of Duty Zombies, which is why I think there's a good chance that he will be back. Even if the Ether story ends, I would love to see Richtofen and, you know, some other characters, such as the campaign characters, fighting together. But apparently the concept that they have right now for the first map that they have planned for Call of Duty 2020 Zombies is a dark room that's kind of like Saw, where these characters wake up in a room, they don't know, some of the characters might know each other, some of them don't, and they'll wake up in this dark room not really knowing what is going on, and it's, as I was saying, they're going for that horror aspect. But if the storyline is rebooted, you know, they could have entirely new lore if 115 is purged, which is what we're going to be doing within DLC 4. I think we're going to be purging the Tunguska meteor, which is the first meteor that sent Element 115 down to the Earth. So I think that's what we're going to be doing within the Call of the Dead remake, getting rid of 115, which creates some sort of paradox. I have no idea. Thank you so much for the $2 in the super chat from Hayes Walls. Do you think they are going to use this versus violence? What do you mean, this versus violence? I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Did you mean censoring? As far as I'm aware, they have removed some of the child deaths within Modern Warfare's campaign, but it's not being censored per se. But they just had to do that to apply to the age rating rules and stuff like that. They wanted the game to be rated as mature instead of adult only, I believe, or something like that. And also, there's restrictions from other countries such as Germany, China, and stuff like that. And they didn't want to create multiple copies of the game. Henka says, why do you have so many leakers / insiders? I have no idea. It just kind of happened. I'm just reading the chat now. Lol, is the audio on loop? No. So is there going to be Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? Asks Eliter. Yes, there is. It's already pretty much done as far as I'm aware. By the way, they do already have prototypes of the PS5 and stuff like that, for example. So I'm assuming Modern Warfare 2 is going to be on this new engine, ready for next gen. Since the Xbox Scarlet is releasing next year, and we don't have a PS5 release date next year, but I would assume it's releasing next year too. So Call of Duty 2020 is going to be the first game on next gen, and the thing is, as I was saying, it's kind of a bit of a mess, which is a bit disappointing because that'll be the first game on next gen with this new engine. Because yes, they have this new engine now for Modern Warfare, but they can't reach the full potential of this new engine until they have next gen consoles, because the console limits the potential of the new engine a lot. So Modern Warfare is going to look way better on PC, but yeah. Josh the Sniper asks, map maker, probably not, but worth a shot. No, as far as I'm aware, there's no map maker within Modern Warfare. However, within custom games, apparently there's way more customizability than ever before. Infected, for example, has something like 20, 30 different options that you can change. I can't really remember the exact number, but basically, you can really customize all the different modes within Modern Warfare to make up your own modes. So apparently Modern Warfare is going to be around 120 to 160 gigabytes, which is quite a lot, but obviously the game's still being worked on, so that number could honestly increase by the time it's ready. Thank you so much for the other donation in the super chat from Hayes Walls, saying, violent video games versus violent actions, lol. Oh, that's what you were meaning. Oh, so, yeah, I don't really know. People are making a lot of links and stuff like that towards, games increasing violence and stuff like that, when it's already been scientifically proven that that has no correlation. But obviously people are just using it as a scapegoat. But Modern Warfare is definitely going to get a lot of flack with how gory and stuff like that is. Now, yes, they have removed some of the child deaths and stuff like that, but there's still going to be child deaths, and there's still going to be a lot of horrific scenes. You know, a lot of playtesters, as we were saying, have cried whilst playing the campaign, but I don't know. Apparently the story is just really, really emotional. I have heard the majority of what happens within Modern Warfare's campaign, and all I will say is I'm confident this is going to be the best Call of Duty campaign we've ever gotten. The twists that happen within the campaign will have you sitting at your edge. The ending is phenomenal, and it will start making you think about a sequel game. I won't spoil what happens, but, you know, it's kind of left on a cliffhanger. The story gets concluded, but it is left on a bit of a cliffhanger, which sets up the stage for a sequel to this game. So they're probably going to do another Modern Warfare trilogy, which I'm really excited for. But yeah, this is by far going to be the best campaign we've gotten, and I'm hoping that the gameplay will be too, but it sounds like that because from what I've been hearing about the gameplay, the game's going to give you way more choices for how you want to play, so you can play stealthy. However, you can also just go solo and run away from your teammates, but also the campaign's going to be really a lot more realistic than previous campaigns. You know, in previous campaigns, you can jump out of helicopters and somehow survive when jumping on the ground. It's not going to be like that. There's going to be no big cinematic Hollywood-esque moments. It's going to be a lot more grounded and down to earth instead of those big, movie-esque Michael Bay style scenes. But yeah, we are just 1 hour and 50 minutes away now. As I was saying, in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you can see a timer for when we're going to be seeing the Modern Warfare campaign gameplay and also the special announcement, which is going to be a gunfight beta coming out for everyone this weekend. Well, not everyone. Unfortunately, it's going to be PS4 only, and it's going to be an open beta, so you won't need to pre-order the game. Everyone who's got a PS4 will be able to play, but unfortunately, if you're on Xbox or PC, you won't be able to play. Unfortunately. XX says, has there been any news on whether there'll be theatre mode? Right now, there's no theatre mode within the game, so I don't think theatre mode is going to be coming back. They could add it, though. They could definitely add it. There is time for them to add it, but I'm not sure if it will be coming, unfortunately. Obviously, they added Theatre to Blackout after launch, so it's something they could easily add, after launch or whenever. But a lot of people think that Theatre mode causes lag within Treyarch games, so maybe that's why Infinity Ward just don't want it. I don't know. But then again, with this new engine, it could get rid of that issue or whatever. Thank you so much for the 20, I'm not sure what currency that is, in the super chat from Hello There. Will there be lobby chat and or barracks within Modern Warfare? You will not, there is a new text chat feature, so you will be able to type to people within Modern Warfare. As far as I'm aware, there is no forced lobby chat, unfortunately. There is no forced lobby chat. This could be added, but right now there is just a text chat, so that's obviously meant for crossplay, because otherwise you would have no way to communicate with people on PC or Xbox, since most people just go into a PlayStation party or an Xbox party or whatever. Love your video, says Igens So Ein Leon. Thanks so much, I just butchered your name. Any news about the Battle Royale mode, says Omar. Yes, but not yet. I will be having some news, and I will just talk about everything that's within Battle Royale right now, because my information that I said almost 2 months ago now is quite out of date, and a lot of stuff has been changed. So I'll give you guys updates on that soon. I don't have all the information just yet, so I'm just waiting on that. So hopefully I will have a video or something like that coming out regarding all of the new Battle Royale information. Any info on the beta yet, says checks in. No, not just yet, but it should be in around an hour and 50 minutes. So I don't know what's going to be shown today. Apart from, I believe we are definitely going to be seeing campaign gameplay. And I believe we're seeing a mission of going dark. That's what I believe we are seeing, which is, I think, one of the early missions within the campaign, I believe. So I tweeted out a quote, which is actually from one of the beginning missions within Modern Warfare's campaign. If I can find it. So it says, Captain, we are fighting, our hands are tied. Why can't we just take off the gloves and fight? They can tell us where to go, they can tell us who to kill, but not how we do it. And then someone, which I won't say who, says, I'm sorry, Capt. And then Captain Price says, don't worry, let's take the gloves off then, Sergeant. You're with me. And that's from one of the very beginning missions within the campaign. I won't say which specific mission. And yeah, I believe we're going to be seeing the single-player mission called Going Dark today, which is exciting. And I'm pretty sure that is the mission that we saw within this ray tracing trailer earlier. This was a bit of a sneak preview. So I'm going to play it again for you guys. By the way, I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing a new campaign trailer today. I think we will be. I'm hoping that we see a new trailer. and then we just see a full mission. I'm hoping we see 2 missions, but we might just see 1 mission. So hopefully we get, 10 to 20 minutes of campaign footage, and I'm hoping we get to see some Spec Ops gameplay today. But at the same time, it would be nice to see Spec Ops be held off, because we already know a lot surrounding the game, so maybe they'll want to hold off on Spec Ops. But I have a feeling Spec Ops is going to be revealed today, because on Call of Duty's website, if I actually go to it, Call of Duty, on Call of Duty's website, I forgot where it stays it now. Somewhere on the website. Modern Warfare. If you go to Call of Duty's website, it says, campaign, the epic single player story will be revealed soon. And if you go over to Spec Ops, intense squad-based missions will be revealed soon. Which is why I believe both are being shown today, because this has been on their website for a good week and a half now. So I'm pretty sure they're showing both campaign and Spec Ops today, but we might just see the campaign, because Taylor Kurosaki has already said on Twitter that we are seeing campaign soon. So pretty sure that's what's going to be shown today, and I'm pretty sure it's the Going Dark mission, which I'm pretty sure is what this mission is, which I'll play for you guys again for those of you guys who haven't seen it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Targets are up, boys. Let's kick this off. Moving on the rear guard. Town secure.
Pre-order and get early access to the open beta.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a bit of a sneak preview for what we're going to be seeing tonight. So let me actually go through it, and let's see what we can see.
Targets are up.
Does it even let me? Why is it frozen? I'm not sure what is going on. Let me go and play it again, actually. I'm going to take the things off screen so you can just see it for a second without all these things on screen. So let me just get rid of all this. And let's watch it with nothing on screen. Here we go.
Targets are up, boys. Let's kick this off. Moving on the rear guard. Town are secure.
Pre-order and get early access to the open beta.
Okay, so that was the trailer. Let me go and put everything back on screen for a second. Here we go. Okay, so what I do want to say is that I'm pretty sure we're going to see a campaign trailer. Here's my predictions. A campaign trailer, at least 1 mission, but I'm hoping 2 missions. And I think we're also going to see something regarding Spec Ops, because that's on their website. So we'll just have to wait and see, though. And they're also going to be having the special announcement, which, as I was saying, is going to be an open beta on PS4 for Gunfight this weekend. For those of you guys asking about PC or Xbox, some people are saying, well, maybe there's going to be a Gunfight beta, a week after on PC and Xbox. But as far as I'm aware, there isn't. It's just going to be PS4 only, apparently. Because apparently they don't even have a build for this gunfight beta for Xbox or PC. I mean, they could make one, but if anything, it's not going to be coming out the week after, because at least I don't think it is anyway. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe it will come out the week after, but as far as I'm aware, it's not. But yeah, let me know what you thought of that trailer in the comment section in the chat. Obviously, that isn't a full look at the game. That was just a bit of a sneak preview just to showcase the new graphics, the ray tracing. A lot of people are saying, you know, it doesn't look that great. I'm not sure. Did they even say? Is that on PC? Thank you so much for the donation in the super chat. Sorry, I just missed it. 1 second. Let me get it up. Apologise if I'm not as lively. Thank you so much from Hello there with the 20 whatever currency that is in the super chat. He asks, is Putin in the game? The new Makarov? No, he's just an operator. He's not within the campaign. So he's just going to be one of the characters you can play as in multiplayer. I think he's coming after launch though. I don't think he's going to be there on launch. But he just looks like Putin. He's not actually Putin, but it's obvious that they based the character off of Putin, but just a younger version. But yeah, he's apparently going to be one of the operators. And he's called something like Harvard or something like that. Chase says, hopefully we get Grief and Turn in DLC 5. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Grief at some point, because obviously Jason Blundell said when Black Ops 4 released that it was almost ready, and we still haven't seen it, so I honestly think it's been done for a while, and Treyarch are just holding on to it. That's what I believe. Anyway, I don't have any information on that, but it seems likely. Because they might just be holding on to it for DLC 5, so that you can do it on Transit and also Buried. But I'm guessing they would add it to Blood of the Dead as well, because we had cell blocks on Mob of the Dead, so I don't see why we don't have Grief on Blood of the Dead. I also don't see why we haven't got Turned within the game, because all of the assets to bring Turned back are already within, you know, Infected within multiplayer, and also this new pandemic mode. And also within the files of the game before Black Ops 4 release, Grief was in the files, so clearly Treyarch have been working on Grief, but they just haven't released it yet, so I'm hoping that we see it at least by DLC 5, which I think we will. It would have been a perfect time to release it with Alpha Omega, because we had 2 sets of characters, obviously Primus and Ultimus. Maybe I don't know why they're not releasing it. It is really weird. And why can we not play as 8 people on Alpha Omega? It doesn't make any sense. I feel like it might be an issue where the game just cannot handle 8 people on the map. Because Black Ops 4 obviously has a lot of blue screens. If you add then 8 people to the game, it could get even worse. Well, it doesn't have blue screens now, but it did when the game launched. And maybe if they have 8 people on the map, it might just break the game. Because they've said that Grief is almost ready to release, so maybe they're just having an issue with having 8 people on the map. I don't know. But I still don't get why we can't play as all 8 players of Primus and Ultimus and Alpha Omega. It just seems like such a lost opportunity. Maybe it was because they just didn't want to have that many quotes within the game, because there's already a ton of quotes on Alpha Omega with having so many characters. But then they would obviously have to have character interactions between all of the different... If the 2 crews are playable together, they would have to have interactions with each other, which is really weird because the map literally has both sets of crews, but you cannot actually play as them. So you cannot see Richtofen talking to Richtofen, which is just such a lost opportunity. I don't know why we can't. I really don't. I'm hoping on this Call of the Dead remake, we might be able to play as Primus, Ultimus, and Victus. Because, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure DLC 5 is going to be... is going to be before DLC 4, the Call of the Dead remake. It's going to be a Transit, a Buried, and also a Die Rise remake. Let me go ahead and actually put it on my story. I completely forgot to put this on, so I'm going to put this on my story. I made this whole big DLC 5 video yesterday for those of you guys who missed it. I'm going to put it in the chat as well. It's definitely worth the watch. I talk about all the leaks. So, for example, some of the different map changes to the Die Rise, Buried, and Transit remakes, and I talk about all the official stuff that we know regarding DLC 5 thus far as well. But let me go ahead and just put it on the community tab for those of you guys who have missed it. Release date, new Easter eggs, areas, map changes, and cutscenes. Okay, I've put that on. I'll link it in the chat as well for those of you guys who have missed it, because I put a lot. That video took ages to make. It's almost 30 minutes long. And there's a lot of information in there. There's definitely a lot of information. Let me go ahead and get the chat up. I'll just put it in the chat. For those of you guys who want to go ahead and check it out, if anyone's interested in Black Ops 4 Zombies, let me go and spam it in there. Definitely worth the watch. You can always just watch it now or bookmark it for later. Or just check it out later. And then just come back to the stream after or something like that. So yeah, they're just talking right now. I might as well just full screen it. But yeah, as we were saying, top left hand corner of the screen, we're just an hour and a half away now until the Modern Warfare reveal, where we're going to be seeing, as I was saying, I believe campaign gameplay, which is exciting stuff. And I believe we are also going to be seeing possibly Spec Ops gameplay. And we're also going to be getting a special announcement, which is going to be a free-to-play open beta for Gunfight this weekend, PS4 only. And that goes live either Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure on the exact date. I think Friday, but some other people have been saying Thursday, so I'm not sure exactly. But I'm pretty sure it's Friday, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that's going to be a big announcement. A lot of people are going to be shocked by that. But yeah, in the meantime, we've just got this Xbox live stream ongoing. Should I put the audio on or not? I don't know if you guys are interested in what is going on at Gamescom right now or not. Trey Adkins says, is 50-50 ground war coming at launch? Well, right now they have 50v50 ground war working, but they want to have 100v100. So the player counts are all subject to change, so I'm not entirely sure, because if they get 100 versus 100 working, which is the optimum, that's probably what they're going to go with, but as I was saying, it's not exactly ready just yet, unfortunately. So they might not be able to reach 100 versus 100, but that is their goal. That's what they want to get working. Yeah, for those of you guys who are asking in the chat, so there is going to be a 100 versus 100 mode that Infinity Ward have planned, but they cannot get it working just yet. They've only got 50v50 working, but that is their goal. So I will let you guys know if they do get 100 versus 100 working, but as far as I'm aware, it's not working just yet, but that is what they want to have. But if they don't get it working, it could always be something that gets added after launch, so we'll just have to wait and see. Fatal says, what's the timer I just got here? That's for when the Modern Warfare reveal is starting. So in just an hour and a half's time, we're going to be seeing campaign of Modern Warfare. And we're also going to be seeing the special announcement. And for any of you who miss it, I will be posting about everything on the channel, obviously, so don't worry about that. This live stream will go live as a video once it is done as well, but I'll probably just cut out all of this beginning bit and just skip to when the Modern Warfare reveal actually starts. Whisker says, will Modern Warfare have updates early on PS4? Yes, it will. A week early, unfortunately. So new maps and stuff like that will come a week early on PS4. But all DLC is free, so... You know, Spec Ops is going to be getting new DLC as well, so I don't know if just the multiplayer maps are going to be free. I have heard rumours that there might be campaign DLC as well. Infinity Ward are thinking about having campaign DLC, but nothing is set in stone just yet. But they are going to be having, obviously, a sequel game, so if they do decide to have campaign DLC for the first time ever, it would have to be some sort of side story that doesn't tie into the next game, or doesn't overlap with the next game. Or it could be some sort of, like, little side mission or prequel story. You know, it wouldn't be a full-on campaign type deal. It might just be, like, 1, 2, 3 missions. I'll turn up the volume, by the way.
Drives that look basically like mini versions of the console, so it's going to look perfect right next to it. And we work with Razer on like keyboard and mouse. It's one of the first, I think, wireless keyboard and mouse for the console, and then get a whole family of products that all fit together.
So working with Rod is an awesome experience every time. He understands how to point out the meaningful moments that we can really pick up on as industrial designers and bring into the physical world. We always walk away from these design collaborations with him feeling like this product is so authentic. Like, it couldn't be any more authentic because it's so closely tied to all of our conversations with him.
Back with Modern Warfare, but how amazing does that console look?
I don't know if I should just carry on talking or just let you guys enjoy the stream, to be honest, because as we were saying, they're not talking about Modern Warfare just yet. That's still an hour and a half away. What do you guys want to see? Do you want me to just chill, let you guys enjoy the stream, or just carry on talking about everything Modern Warfare related?
We talked about the Ultimate Edition, we talked about being Ultimate Game Pass. We didn't really talk about what you get for doing that. So we're really happy to announce that we're actually putting in 2 characters from Halo Reach are going to be coming to Gears of War. So we have Kat and Emil. And so they're going to be coming and they have their own roles. They're going to be playable in Horde and Escape and Versus, and you're going to have their own ultimates. You want to talk about the 2 ultimates?
Yeah, so we really tried to be very authentic to Halo while still making it kind of integrated to the Gears world. So we've got the drop shield on Emil, and that, like, we looked at Reach and we wanted to make something that Halo fans would really recognize as true drop shield. And then we've got the hologram on Kat, and it's, she's the subterfuge expert, and so she's going to distract the enemy while everybody else goes and does something else.
And it's the same actor. So we went out and we got the original cast, and so after coming after a decade, we brought him back into the booth and we re-recorded.
It's the small details, and you know what? We've got a video that shows off exactly that. Check it out. Looks amazing.
Okay, I'm scared these trailers are going to be copyrighted, so let me just skip that. Okay, so let's go back to talking about Modern Warfare. So let's check if anything's news on the Reddit or anything like that. Not too much seems to be going on thus far. Someone posted about the night maps and gunfight being confirmed. But basically within Modern Warfare, a lot of people got confused because they showed off this realistic mode within Modern Warfare, but that's going to be played on both the regular and also the night maps. it's just going to be something you can turn on whilst you're playing Modern Warfare, but they are also thinking of like a tactical realism mode, which might possibly be the new version of Ground War. Not Ground War, I mean Hardcore. Where basically there would be changes to Hardcore, where there'll be slight different changes, and then there would also be no team killing. So it would just be Hardcore with a few tweaks and changes. But right now, it's not 100% set in stone because they were testing this tactical realism mode within the Hardcore playlist. So it might become the new Hardcore, or they might just call it Hardcore, and they might just make these changes to the regular Hardcore. Or we might see Hardcore and this tactical realism mode. But the thing is, this game already has tons of modes and tons of playlists. If they then have this tactical realism and also Hardcore, that would just be a bit overkill, really. There would just be way too much to do at once. Trey says DLC 5 is only 3 maps: Transit, Dire Eyes, and Buried. With Grief and possibly Turned. Well, here's the thing. I have heard that DLC 5 100% has Transit, Dire Eyes, and Buried, but there was apparently 2 more Chaos maps that were in production 6 months ago, so it is possible that they may come in DLC 5 as well, or they just released separately. But as far as I'm aware, I have no idea what is going on with Chaos. So either Chaos is cancelled, or the thing is, Treyarch probably are not going to just end the Chaos story just like that as a cliffhanger on Ancient Evil with Medusa. It seems really weird for them to end on a cliffhanger. So if Chaos is gone for good, here are the few possibilities that I see happening with Chaos. They release 2 more maps either in DLC 5 or separately to conclude the Chaos story for good, because it's not going to be within the reboot. So they either end the story for good, or these 2 maps are going to be in DLC 5, or they might release comic books, actually, because obviously they're not just going to end a story on Ancient Evil without finishing off their story. So if they want to finish off their story, as I was saying, they might just release comic books for those of you who are interested in the Chaos story. That would be an easy way for them to do it without them having to create more maps, because the plan they had for the next map after Ancient Evil, which was going to be DLC 3, but instead we got Alpha Omega, that was going to be a Chaos map, and apparently the idea that they had for it was way too ambitious, and Activision cut their budget, and the idea that they had, they couldn't complete it due to the budget cut from Activision. So as I was saying, either these 2 more maps are coming in DLC 5, they're never coming at all, or we're going to see a comic book series to finish off that storyline. But I've not heard any new information about Chaos, so as far as I'm aware, I don't think it is continuing, but that could be wrong just because of the fact that, as I was saying, the only thing I've heard regarding Chaos is 6 months out of date now. But the thing is, if Activision wouldn't give them the budget for this map, you know, a few months ago now, why would they now have the budget in the future? But obviously the next game is going to be this Black Ops reboot, so Charlie says, how many large maps are in the game? I can't remember the exact number. I think 4. The thing is, there's different types of large maps, because there's maps for 20 versus 20, there's maps for 100 v 100 / 50 v 50, but they're not even in the, but as we were saying, 100 versus 100 isn't even in the game yet because they've not got it working. But there is going to be as we were saying, a 50 v 50 mode, which is going to be on the Battle Royale map, but they're also going to be using that for the 100 versus 100 mode. But it's just not working yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. Ackles says, I wanted a war mode. As far as I'm aware, war is going to be within Modern Warfare. And why on earth has the live stream just ended? I'm so confused. I thought this was going to be going on all day. Let me go ahead and see. It might just be later on today. Well, I know that it's going to be starting at 7, which is when we're going to be seeing the Modern Warfare. Let me go ahead and check. Let me set it to live, actually. Are these people just streaming their reaction? I think they are. It's in another language as well. Have they got a scheduled stream? Because this one's just fully over. Let me check. Oh yeah, there is a scheduled one. That's scheduled for 7. Here we go. This is the live stream I want to be on. I thought that was the other one, but no, it's this one. Okay, so we're all ready. We're ready for the Modern Warfare reveal. As I was saying, timer in the top left-hand corner of the screen if you are new to the stream and do not know when the Modern Warfare reveal is starting. God, I'm getting tired. Buddy says, is there going to be a 100 versus 100 mode? It's not in the game right now, but Infinity Ward are planning on having a 100 versus 100 mode. But they haven't got it working just yet. So if I find out that they have got it working, I will be sure to let you guys know. But right now it's not working. So it might be something we see after launch, for example, if they can't get it working until after launch. I remember with Blackout for for Black Ops 4, no one thought it was going to reach 100 players. I think the beta launched with like 70 players, but by the end of the beta, they got it working with 100. So it could be a similar case like that, where they might just launch with, 50v50, and ever so slightly, they get the numbers up more and more. Well, they have already said that it's going to be more than 100 players, so they're going to at least have, 120 players, or, 75 versus 75, or something like that. Maybe they won't get 100 versus 100 working, but I'd be fine with 75 versus 75. It's still close enough. But their goal is 100 versus 100, which is a hell of a lot. The games will just go on for crazy amounts of time. Hey Zambo. Love you, dude, says Mr. Nice Guy. Thanks a lot. Do you know how many guns are in the game, says James Quinn. Yes, there's around 35 at launch, and but basically around 50, because, as we were saying, some weapons can turn into other weapons. There's one weapon that can turn into the Honey Badger, the AK-47 can turn into the AK-74U, I believe, and there's a load of other weapons that can change depending on what attachments you put on your weapons, which can really change how the guns work. Because there's around 5, well, you can only put 5 attachments on your weapon, but there's only around 9 different types of attachments, so you've got different types of, suppressors, grips, stocks, whatever the case may be, but then there's different types of those stocks and stuff like that, which makes up around 50 different attachments per weapon, which is a hell of a lot. But yeah, we're just waiting now, I guess. It's a long, long wait. 76 minutes until it begins. As I was saying, timer in the top left-hand corner of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and play that trailer for you guys earlier, the GeForce ray tracing trailer for Modern Warfare. As we just wait, since it's getting a bit boring now. So let me go ahead and get that up for you guys and play it.
Targets are up, boys. Let's kick this off. Moving on the rear guard. now secure.
Pre-order and get early access to the open beta.
So yeah, that's a preview of what we're going to be seeing today. We're going to be seeing this this night mission, I believe. I hope we get to see 2 missions from Modern Warfare's campaign. But yeah, as I was saying, I believe we are going to be seeing this this mission, which I tweeted about yesterday, which is called Going Dark. I believe that is what the mission is that we just saw. I mean, it makes sense. It is a night mission. But yeah, that was just a bit of a preview for what we're going to be seeing. Showing off the new ray tracing features. But unfortunately, or should I say, I don't even know what I was just going to say. But basically, hopefully we get to see a full-on trailer later on today and we don't just see the mission, just because the trailers are always hype. But they have said we're going to be seeing some Spec Ops stuff soon. So I'm hoping that we'll see Spec Ops tonight too. But let's play it one more time for you guys.
Targets are up, boys. Let's kick this off. Moving on the rear guard. Town now secure.
Pre-order and get early access to the open beta.
Okay, so in regards to what's going on today, I'm assuming the Infinity Ward section of Modern Warfare, the Infinity Ward showcase of Modern Warfare, which is at Gamescom, will last around an hour, I'm assuming. So in the hour, I'm assuming there's going to be loads of interviews with developers and stuff like that. So we're going to learn a lot new today. But I think the focus is going to be the campaign. But we'll probably also see some more gunfight gameplay. If there is, there's going to be a gunfight open beta on PS4 this weekend. So anyone who's got PS4 will be able to play for free. You don't even have to pre-order. And I feel like they're going to showcase maybe some more gunfight maps and stuff like that. Just because of the fact that, as I was saying, obviously, it's very... God, I can't even speak. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. What I was saying is that they are probably going to showcase some more gunfight maps, because if there's going to be this gunfight beta, it would make sense to at least have a segment from their live stream today focusing on gunfight, but we will be seeing campaign and Spec Ops 2 soon. But yeah, let me know in the chat right now, is there anything you want answering regarding Modern Warfare? I can try and find out for you guys. I know most of the stuff has already been answered. There's apparently going to be Clan Wars returning in the game, so for those of you guys who are fans of that from Call of Duty Ghosts, that's going to be pretty hype. Zero says, is survival going to be in Modern Warfare? Yes, it is, but it's changed. I've already made a whole video about this. Actually, I'm going to find it on my channel right now. Where is it? Here we go. I don't even know why this video should be doing way better, especially with this exclusive info, but for some weird reason, it didn't do as good as I probably would have expected. But yeah, if you guys want to watch this video talking about everything we know surrounding survival mode within Modern Warfare, I have just put the link in the chat for those of you who want to go ahead and see it. But yeah, I guess we're just waiting for this live stream to begin. What I will do right now is, let me go ahead and check out Game Informer's channel, because obviously they've had a ton of exclusive stuff for Modern Warfare. I'll go ahead and turn on notifications actually, just in case they, whenever they showcase Modern Warfare stuff. But they did this exclusive walkthrough of one of the missions. Man, this interview did really poor, or this podcast should I say. YouTube's weird, man. But yeah, why is it frozen? Okay, it is frozen. Let me just close Google Chrome for a second. The stream's all going fine. I don't know why. Google Chrome just froze. Let me just restart. It did that earlier too. I don't know what is going on. So yeah, there was an interview there. What have they showcased so far? So the very first thing was the quick fire questions with Joel Emsley. Oh my god, 700,000 views. That is a lot. How many views did the Black Ops 3 one, the Black Ops 4 one get? Black Ops 4 quick fire questions. I spelt questions wrong. 1.2 mil. That's quite a lot. Jeez. It's crazy how Vonda has like 1.2 mil followers on Twitter. How many does like Michael Conjure and stuff have? Obviously they're not working on the games anymore. 500,000. It's weird, like a lot of the Infinity Ward guys, I guess they're not as well known, but they will be after this game. Obviously. But yeah, they've done a lot of interviews and stuff like that. New impressions of Modern Warfare. Mostly just recapping on, you know, how Modern Warfare has came to be for those of you guys who are interested in development stuff. And they've talked about past COD 4 stuff and stuff like that. And some of the developers that left have came back and stuff like that, so they've talked about that kind of stuff. But what I was going to do is I figured I would go through this because I've never actually posted about this on the channel. So I decided I would watch this and we can just sit back, relax and watch this together. Full credit to Game Informer for this. This is just a showcase of one of the multiplayer maps called Grasner. Probably butchered that name. It's called Grasner Raid. Not to be mistaken with the original Raid from Black Ops 2, but nevertheless, let's jump straight on into this. So,
Position here, Jeffrey Smith,
Multiplayer design director.
and overall map genius.
I don't know about that.
What are we looking at here?
This map is called Raid. It's actually started a long time ago. There used to be a bridge right here, and it was kind of desert themed. We were kind of messing around with some a different game mode that was much more linear. So
yeah, it does show you guys how much the maps change over time. This map was apparently completely different to how it is now, and it was in a desert. There was going to be a bridge, and it had a different layout to basically match a different game mode that never made its way into fruition. Anyways, let's jump right into it. I'm going to keep pausing just because I don't want to just, you know, rehash what they have already said. I want to give my own input on it, obviously.
I kind of laid out some geo just to kind of get the ball rolling and try to work out a space that kind of felt interesting and cool. I think kind of coming back to the setting of Modern Warfare, you can't really, I think a lot of map design recently in COD has been more symmetrical, and make the maps almost feel like more arena-based shooters. By going to Modern Warfare, we wanted to kind of keep that realism, and whenever you do symmetrical layouts, it really starts throwing people's brains off. I think humans can pick up patterns really easily, and so to make the space feel real, you kind of really have to hide those 3 lanes if that's what it ends up being.
So with Modern Warfare, well, the design philosophy, a lot of people have been complaining a lot about 3-lane maps. 3-lane maps are good within Call of Duty. You know, we mostly started getting a ton of 3-lane maps in Black Ops 2, and they've just become so repeated now where every single map is pretty much a 3-lane map, and it makes all of the maps seem very similar because it makes it seem symmetrical. But with Modern Warfare, they're still going to be having the 3 lanes because they work well with Call of Duty maps, especially the small maps, but they're going to be hiding the lanes a lot more in the environment, so it's a lot less noticeable. If you hop on Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4, it's so easy to identify the 3 lanes. And as I was saying, it makes it feel like an arena shooter as opposed to a realistic shooter that they're trying to go for. It makes it seem way more arcadey. Anyways, let's continue.
But for us, it's really important to have these kind of key buildings as kind of power positions.
There was a code name or a dev name for key buildings. I think you might have used it yesterday. Hero buildings or something like that?
Right. So yeah, we do call them hero buildings.
Okay.
I mean, if you think about how you art levels, there'll be buildings that get less attention than others. If one building has a game mode objective inside it, you want to spend a little bit more time on that. You want to gussy it up and make it more memorable, and it kind of anchors the map. So this building There's a hard point inside. I don't know if I'll be able to even open this door in this mode. But,
there we go.
This building has this really sexy window that overlooks this very center of the map. And so the enemy at the gate can stand back here and snipe and control. This is a B bomb site. This bomb site is right here, and it becomes quite active. So you have that window there, and you also have this perch on this side. So both of these.
So there's going to be a lot of buildings and stuff like that, which, as he was saying, he just said are going to be sort of power positions on the map. So they're going to sort of be blending these 3 lanes in with the environment a lot more. But I have heard that a lot of the maps are also going to have this L shape, so they'll have like a bit of a curve to them. So some maps will have this L shape and the 3 lanes built in, but a lot of the maps will have this L-shaped formula. But they're still going for the regular 3 lanes. They're just going to be a lot more molded into the environment, so they're way less noticeable. But let's continue.
These guys can't really see each other directly, but they can both provide support fire down into that little choke point.
Just zooming out a little bit, why did you want to show off Raid? When we asked you to do this feature, why this map?
I think this map kind of strikes a chord with me because it feels like something we would have made in Call of Duty 2. I think a lot of the recent map designs have I kind of like to say that we've taken the plastic wrap off Grandma's furniture. I feel like a lot of games will kind of clip off a lot of stuff and not let you climb on things. And I feel like if I'm stuck at this choke point, I could run into the grinder and get killed. Or try to post back up in the sniper position and play it, from a long ways away. Or I could try to find a different way to flank that position. So I climb up this stairway. I run across this little beam. I chuck some grenades down in there or jump in there if I have a shotgun. I could come down the building.
One thing I want to point out is the sound design is really good. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but there was quite a loud creaking noise that you could hear from the roof above. And, as you're moving around the environment within Modern Warfare, it's going to feel a lot more alive. It's going to feel like a real world as opposed to, just this blank canvas that doesn't really have much going on. But it's definitely going to immerse you into the world that you are in.
Take up a position and try to shoot enemies in the tire shop that are providing support down into that position. Jump down and flank the enemy.
It's such a messy design overall. I mean, I know there's so much logic to it, but just looking at the map in general, it's just like, was that the overall goal for the map? It's like, let's just make this thing look destroyed.
I think that when you have a suite of maps, I think you want to stand back and make sure that you have all the cast of characters. And so you want to make sure you have some small, CQB fast maps. But if you keep a nice rotation of maps, you want the larger maps to kind of give you a little bit of a breathing room. So even within the kind of map cycle, you're getting those, that ebb and flow. It's a nice play space of stuff.
And what does this
this one we didn't have a kind of real urban Eastern Europe rubbly map. And I think a lot of times in Modern Warfare, you kind of have your different palettes of where in your brain these things happen. And so we just didn't have this character. And we didn't really have this kind of play style of, it almost reminds me of some older games where you could just kind of get lost in the map and find your little living room that you like to hang out in, and that's your spot. You hear kind of people talk about their favorite maps and they kind of have their favorite spots. And so this map has tried to create a lot of those favorite spots.
You want to make a bunch of little homes for people.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it just adds the kind of discovery of like, I didn't know I could climb on the scaffolding and get to the top of high rise, and then it just creates these talking points. So I jumped out that other window here before, but I could have jumped out this window, jumped across, laid down on this rooftop, and now I can lay fire onto that position.
That's sweet.
Or going back the other way, I could climb up this stack of crates, jump across, and now this side is moving up on that position and go there, come back down.
I like this verticality. The fact that you can just roam anywhere pretty much on the map that you're able to do in real life, because obviously in past Call of Duties, usually they would just block off all the areas. So if you try and venture onto a roof or a balcony or, I don't know, whatever the case may be, a broken down wall, it would usually just stop you from being able to get on top of that, which doesn't really make any sense, and that was just to keep you in the central area that they want you to be in. But with this game, they're going to pretty much allow you to get on most of the different objects around the map. Most of the different props and stuff like that, most of the different buildings, which means that it's going to make the game a lot more vertical, because, you know, you might not expect someone just up above you where you didn't think they would be able to get, but it turns out they do. They can get there, and it also makes it easier to get from point A to point B. There's not areas that stop you from getting there. You can just climb over something, for example.
Deal with the choke point in that board that goes across. Instead of having to go down the choke point, I can run through this little hallway and bust out and try to take up a position here and take out those guys. So everything kind of works in this little kind of ecosystem of places.
Would you mind like zooming out and looking down at the map a little bit just to kind of get an aerial view?
Sure.
So you mentioned earlier like the 3-lane philosophy. Is that core to Call of Duty maps in your mind, or is that just every good shooter map should focus on having 3 lanes? That's just core gameplay.
I think it's kind of a mathematical kind of equation, right? I mean, I think that a lot of things divide in and out of 3s very easily, and so you get a lot more patterns coming out of that than 2 or 1 or 4. But so you could see the paved road is a lane, sure. Mm-hmm. You could say the middle alleyway is a lane. You could say the field, it's supposed to be a field. We have some, and then with the trench is another lane. But you also kind of want to dig into the negative spaces, and so that construction site is in the center of the map. What lane is that? Mm-hmm. It's kind of between lanes. And so kind of adding a bit more interesting bits in the center lets close quarters guys kind of stay centrally located. Steve loves to run around with his shotgun and clean up things in there.
And who's Steve?
Our producer, Steve, that helps us stay on track.
Say hi, Steve.
Hello.
Steve from Minecraft.
But, you know, you also want to, I think with you have 3s, you know, you're kind of creating also different play spaces, you know, like this is the field space is sniper's heaven here.
Yeah.
There's no real way up to the second floor, but I can climb up this tank, run along the barrel, climb into this little window, and now I'm presented with a few sniper positions up there, and so both of us can have our own little fight back here. Similar windows.
So you've made, what, hundreds of multiplayer maps throughout your career? Do you have a number in mind?
I don't know. I think my wife counted it up a while back, and I think it was close to, I don't know. I made 19 while I was here, so upwards of that.
At Infinity Ward, the first time you were here?
Yes.
Okay.
I started making Counter-Strike maps and got into kind of that whole side of things. And if you find something you can put in 10,000 hours, I think my wife again, figured out that I'm probably up at 30 or 40,000 hours. So,
so what are the big do's and don'ts for map design in your mind?
Big do's and don'ts. Know what game you're designing that level for. This kind of stuff probably wouldn't work for a different play style. Making stuff for advanced movement is much different than you would for boots on the ground stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's all a learning process. So the kind of principles that you hold for one, you have to kind of really know the metrics and what it is you're using. If you're using melee weapons, the layout's going to look way different than shooter weapons. And what is the ranges of those weapons? Are they power weapons? Are they automatic weapons? Everything will have this distance where you want to engage with people, and it's just engagements. It's I used to tell people when they asked me, like my mom or somebody would ask me, like, well, what is designing these levels or something? It's kind of like designing a mall. So you want to have those kind of like, you have those end stores, you have the connectors, you have the food court, you have the big clock that tells you the time, so your parents can pick you up and you can tell where it is.
That's the hero of the building there?
Yeah, you're kind of facilitating movement of a lot of people through a play space, and you're hoping that they'll run into each other at certain places. So, it's very similar to that kind of architectural design, I think.
So once you retire from the video game industry, you can go into mall design and really nail it?
Man, I hope so.
What do you consider like the greatest map of all time for a first-person shooter?
I think everybody would have said Dust when I started, but now it's become Dust 2.
Yeah.
In Call of Duty, I don't know, probably Nuketown, I guess.
Really? You think so?
People like different things. I think people that close quarters, fast gratification situation. Maybe it was Shipment for a while, but it's probably. I think COD fans would probably say Nuketown.
Yeah.
For certain reasons,
I wonder why you brought up Shipment. Yes, Shipment is back, but I think it might be after launch, but we'll just have to wait and see. But it is going to be used as a gunfight map. I'm not sure if it'll be in normal multiplayer too, but I feel like a lot of the gunfight maps will be used within normal multiplayer. Apparently, they're separate right now, but there is a chance that it might be used for normal multiplayer. But we'll just have to wait and see. But they can definitely switch things around and, I guess they just don't want too much in the game right now. So after launch, there's going to be so many regular updates. Obviously, free DLC, finally. That's definitely going to drive a lot of people to continue playing the game because usually just the season pass holders can get the DLC, so there's not really much of an incentive for people to keep on coming back apart from the different events, but they only offer, stuff usually locked behind supply drops. So definitely the free maps are going to be a massive driving factor for getting a lot of people back on the game when things do start to die down, which they inevitably will be. It's not going to always be on top of the world. But anyways, let's continue.
I think different people are different, and everything I've made, some people like my stuff, some people like other people's stuff, or everybody likes different things.
Yeah. Can you show a closed door in this map here? I forget where the nearest one is.
Sure.
Because I want to talk about bullet penetration through doors. What's the team's philosophy this time around with that?
I mean, bullet penetration is through every surface, and a door is, we don't have our use prints, but yeah, you can open the door just regularly.
So yeah, this was actually a leak that I said ages ago now, that a lot of the doors within Modern Warfare, not just in multiplayer, but the campaign and stuff, Battle Royale as well, I believe, pretty much all of the modes, Spec Ops 2, a lot of the doors will be closed by default. Not all of them, but a lot of them, because they felt like in past Call of Duties, a lot of the doors would either just not even have a door, or they would just normally be open, which isn't realistic at all. And it kind of makes the buildings not even feel like buildings, since you can just run in them. It makes it seem more like just an open garage or a shed or something. So a lot of the doors you will have to manually open. It only takes a second, obviously, but it's definitely going to change up that gameplay. Someone can be hiding in the house, for example, with the door shut. You don't even realize someone's in there. Obviously, it takes a split second to actually open the door, which gives leverage to the person inside. I don't know if that will promote camping, because it kind of seems like it would. We'll just have to wait and see what it feels like when we actually get to play. But let's continue. I don't think the gunfight maps will have many doors, though, so we won't really be able to test that in this free beta this weekend for gunfight, but we should be able to test that in the full-on beta on September the 12th on PS4.
And if you're in ADS and you press it, it'll just creak and you can push it open.
But yeah, that creaking feature will definitely, as I was saying, be a bit of a counter to people camping in there, because if you can just creak it open, you can peek, see if someone's in there, and if you do see someone, you can either try and engage or run away, depending on the situation. But at the same time, people inside are probably going to hear that creak, so I don't know. I don't know how these doors are going to work. We'll just have to wait and see when we actually play, because they can show gameplay and stuff like that. You can see how they work in gameplay, but no one will really know until everyone starts playing the game and we see how people use these doors and stuff like that to their advantage. or disadvantage.
It's Call of Duty. You can just swim right through. And when we first decided to put, doors in, at first we were just like, it'll be fun. Let's mess around and try it. And then we did almost the first play test, and it was like, oh, geez, there's something there. Because Call of Duty is so fast-paced, having this kind of forced pause was really interesting.
So you can shoot through some doors.
Wait, what? Something leaked on Charlie and L. Okay, I'm checking. I see everyone. Don't worry, I'll see everyone. The PlayStation Store has a new listing and icon for a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha. Looks like this may be today's announcement. Well, there you go. I told you guys. Made a video about it the other day, obviously. And it turns out that that leak was actually true. Does it have a date? I don't think it does. Yes, we're going to be able to download that. Let me go ahead and tweet that out. Let me credit them as well. Source. 2v2 gunfight beta / alpha. I mean, it's an alpha, but still, I mean, alpha, it's called an alpha because that's the stage before beta, but they're very similar, kind of, anyway. But yeah, it's going to be an open beta. So, that'll definitely be good for content creation. I'll have tons of videos on it. I don't know if I'll do a live stream actually playing it once it's out. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, apparently it is... Oh shit, I just tweeted it without actually putting the image. My god. Why is Dalek just tweeted out with no credit? That's a yikes. Why is it not letting me put the image in? Oh, there we go. So yeah, I was actually teasing this on Twitter with some emojis the other day. Let me go ahead and find the tweet. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Literally, no one realised what it was until days after. I tweeted that on the 16th. He got it right on the 17th. I think that was when there were already leaks out there. I had heard this a couple of days before, though. But that was when I decided to say something because other people were talking about it. Well, I mean, other sources. Well, other people were messaging me about it. So then I started thinking, yeah, this is definitely happening. Because at the start, my source had just told me there's a very high chance that this is real. That there is going to be a gunfight beta. But I needed more confirmation on that. And there we go. So this emoji was one of the biggest leaks. Let's go. People are saying this could be Photoshop. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it is Photoshop. How have they seen that? I'm going to check my PS4 right now, actually, and see if there's anything on the PlayStation Store. Let me go ahead and check. But yeah, apparently it is PS4 only, so I'm sorry for those Xbox One and PC players. I will continue with this video for just 1 second as well. I'm just turning on my PS4. So let's continue with this video. Gunfight beta confirmed. Let's go.
In multiplayer then?
Yes.
Okay.
There's just normal bullet penetration. Some are metal, but they still have a penetrating amount.
And destructibility overall, how much is going to be in the game?
Destructibility, for us, we don't really have that much in destructibility. We rely on the bullet penetration to sell that type of stuff.
Sure.
Little things, small stuff pops off, little plants and potted plants, and we specifically kind of put potted plants on the windowsills you might shoot out of, just to create those kind of hard-boiled moments.
Yeah, for sure. Sweet. Anything else you want to show off for this map? Or any other fond memories of laying out the geo in the early days? Is that just like white box? Is it a napkin? What does that look like?
I mean, it depends on where inspiration hits, I guess. But yeah, you can draw stuff out on paper and pencil and kind of get those things in. But I find that unless you really know what you're doing or you kind of have a good idea, it's just going to take iteration. So just get it in, start playing it, see where it starts falling down, and then systematically fix all the things that aren't playing well. But
yeah.
Easier said than done.
That's sweet. Well, hey, thanks for showing this off, man. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, that's the conclusion to that. Now, I did just look on the PlayStation Store, and there is nothing there, so I'm not really sure how on earth this guy has managed to see this gunfight beta. I don't know whether it was just a glitch that allowed him to see it, but there is nothing right now on the PlayStation Store. But yes, there's going to be a 2v2 beta/alpha for Modern Warfare. Obviously, this is before the beta, so we'll just be able to play the 2v2 mode. Beta or alpha, it doesn't really matter. Alpha just comes before beta because that's the like the pre-test. Since the game's not ready for beta, which is in under a month's time, in a few weeks now, on September the 12th. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this? That's another correct leak. Anyways, what was I going to say? Damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I was going to check the PlayStation Store to see if this is actually on there. I checked on my actual PlayStation and I can't see anything. The thing is, this guy actually has it already. Look. Oh no, that's on the PlayStation Store. No, never mind. It's not on... Never mind. I thought he downloaded it for a second. I was going to say, how has this guy got it already? But it's not on his menu. It's just on the store. But yeah, I'm on the store right now on my PS4 and I don't see anything. So I'm guessing his game either just glitched out or the PlayStation Store made a bit of a slip up. I don't know how he got that to show up, because I don't see anything, but I wonder if other people are going to start seeing it now. But yeah, I don't see anything thus far. I'm hoping that we can pre-download it tonight, because obviously if it comes out on Thursday or Friday, I'm assuming Friday, but it might be Thursday, then I'm hoping we can pre-download it. That gives people, you know, a few days in advance to get it downloaded. I'm assuming it's not going to be that big of a file, because the gunfight maps are pretty small. But maybe, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. But the thing is, there's probably a lot of stuff within the files that are also for, you know, the main multiplayer, because they always leave stuff in. So there might be stuff for the main beta in the files. Anyways, let me go ahead and check the PlayStation Store. PlayStation Store, modern, why is it not letting me search? I'm literally clicking the search thing and it's not doing anything. The hell's going on? Let me Google it. Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha PlayStation. I spelled that wrong. I don't see anything. Thing is, if it's on the PlayStation Store, it's bound to appear on a website somewhere. How did this guy get it to show up? Has anyone else got this? But yeah, you cannot pre-download right now, unfortunately. Let me see. There's nothing else going on at Reddit. Well, there we go. It looks like this is... I think these YouTubers knew about this gunfight alpha for a few days now as well. I feel like. Because everyone made videos on it. So... we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was checking the store. See, there's nothing here that I can see. Unless it appears on like the free... why isn't it all letting me search on the store? Look, I'm literally clicking. Search. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Modern Warfare. I cannot type. What is going on? 2v2 alpha. Oh, nothing is coming up. They've probably already removed it, to be honest. It maybe just appeared for a split second and then Activision swooped in and got that removed ASAP. But yeah, that's getting revealed in 40 minutes time now. As I was saying, timer in the top left-hand corner of the screen. For those of you guys who are wondering when it is starting. And thank you so much for that donation. Oh god, I just missed it. Let me get up the chat. Thank you so much for the donation from Coltigor. Sorry if I butchered your name. $2 in the super chat saying, gross no chrome dark theme. What are you on about? Camo wise? Or are you on about the logo for this? I don't know what you're on about. Apologies. What are people saying in the chat? Can you give more info on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? There is no more info right now. It's pretty much done and ready to release, but unfortunately Activision are holding on to it as a backup plan. So it might be releasing next year if Call of Duty 2020 is a complete mess. But I will let you guys know if I know for definite. Modern Warfare 2v2 Alpha. There's got to be something here. So obviously everyone's made articles on the recent leaks. That was my tweet about it. But yeah, there is going to be this gunfight alpha, which is exciting stuff. And as I was saying, I'm pretty sure they're showing campaign gameplay today of a specific mission, which I've already talked about briefly, which is going to be this this night mission. Let me retweet the tweet actually, since I believe that is what is getting shown today, called Going Dark, which is this mission that we got shown to us in this ray tracing trailer. So let me go ahead and play it for you guys. For all of those, oh whoops, let me go and play it in VLC. Okay, let's put it full screen. And I'm pretty sure this is just a sneak preview for the full gameplay that we're going to be seeing later on today. I'm hoping that we get to see a full-on trailer. Anyways, let's enjoy this.
Targets are up, boys. Let's kick this off. Moving on the rear guard. Town house secure.
Pre-order and get early access to the open beta.
Okay, so there we go. So I'm glad this weekend we're all going to be able to play Modern Warfare Gunfight on PS4. Unfortunately, not on PC or on Xbox, but at least PS4 players will be able to play. I saw someone in the chat to say to check the PlayStation Store, but just scroll down and apparently it shows up, this Gunfight Alpha. So let's go ahead and check. Okay. I don't see anything. Deals, popular. Yeah, I don't see anything on here. If it was on the store, it was probably just removed ASAP. Or it might just have showed up in one specific country or something like that. Actually, I'm going to check, like, I have an account in, like, China that was only to try and get, I think, DLC early or something. I'm assuming it just showed up on one of the foreign countries, because sometimes stuff accidentally shows up early over there. Yeah, I don't see anything, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and change account. I'm so glad we can play Modern Warfare. The big reason why I'm glad we can go ahead and play Modern Warfare is so I can go ahead and get a load of background gameplay for videos, because otherwise I just usually use Spec Ops gameplay from Modern Warfare 3, or just, you know, gameplay that's already been published by Infinity Ward, and it's probably getting old for people, since they've probably seen it before. Oh, wait. Was this the guy who posted it? I just copied who Charlie... Oh. Why is it tagged someone else? I'm so confused. Why is my tweet just tagged someone that wasn't the person? Whoops, I made a mistake. Let me go ahead and fix that. I've lost it. Whoops. I accidentally messed that up. Yeah, I don't see anything on the store. So the dates will be revealed shortly when the beta is going to go live. I know it's this weekend, but I just do not know exactly what the dates are. So it's probably going to start this Thursday or Friday. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to pre-download it as soon as they officially reveal it in tonight's live stream, which, as I was saying, is going to be starting in just 30 minutes time, 34 minutes to be specific. But yeah, there you go. That's the alpha. There's not really any point in me doing a video on it. But yeah, timer in the top left hand corner of the screen is when the reveal is going to start, and hopefully everything does go well. I'm just waiting for that breaking news. Is there anything else on Reddit? Let me refresh. Nope, not yet. Just this image. Everyone's freaking out. Dude, I can't believe we can finally play it. What's really funny is because a while ago I said about the 27th, and it turns out, well, although we didn't get to see the full-on beta in August, we got to see this alpha, so technically speaking, that was correct. I know Victor was saying we were going to see the beta in August, so I feel like the beta was originally going to be in August, but they delayed it to September the 12th, and in exchange for that, we get to have this gunfight alpha in August, because as I was saying, the leaks were all saying that it was going to be August, so, yeah. Wait, what? Apparently it's showing up for everyone in the UK. I don't see it though. I just checked. I don't see it. Let me go ahead and check. I'm so confused. Why is it showing up for other people and not me? Let's go ahead and check. Does anyone else have it? If they do, just tweet a picture to me. That's hopefully a better image than that, because that's kind of a poor image. You don't really get to see much. If it's showing up for other people, go ahead and tweet me an image of that, because I can't seem to see it. But it's apparently showing up for people in the UK. But I don't see it anywhere, but let's go and check. Turn on my PS4 for the 5th time. Let me see what the chat is saying right now. Fluzone says, would you assume if you pre-ordered the regular edition, the alpha would be for us? No, it's available for everyone. It's going to be an open beta on PS4. So there you go. But yeah, the live stream starts in 10 minutes. Oh, I just saw that Pluto made a video on it. Let me see. Apparently it's showing up for him as well. So let me just check his channel real quick. Just because it's apparently showing up for him. I just can't seem to see it. For some reason. Where does it show up on the store? I don't see it for some reason. So I'm guessing we're going to be able to pre-download it today. Which I will do a video for those of you who want to know how to pre-download it. But yeah, I don't see it anywhere, unfortunately. 2v2. Why is Pluto's channel not even showing up? I might do a quick video on it whilst you guys are waiting for the live stream, which is in just 30 minutes. I could probably do a very, very quick video. But yeah, I think it's only going to be around 4 days. It won't be that long. But yeah. I don't see anything on the PlayStation Store still. I have no idea why. Why is this video not showing up?
Food is served in the dining room.
Oh, it is showing up, but it's showing up at the bottom. Oh, it's not showing up in the actual store. Oh, I see it now. I see it. Here we go. Let me go ahead and get it up. It's showing up for everyone. Let me get it up. I've just logged into another account real quick. Let me get my Elgato up. There you go. There it is. I just logged onto another account so you don't see my name. Let me just record that. But there you go. There is the Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha. Right there. Let me save that. I'm going to do a very, very quick video on it. Might as well just do it right now. You guys are going to hear all of the recording process. Let me turn off my PS4. Does it let you click on it? Let me check. Let me check if it lets you click on it. I want to see what it says. I'm getting it up on screen, don't worry. Just wait 1 second. Okay, so it is right here. Let's see what it says when you... I want to see what the dates are. View trailer. Wait, what? Is this a new trailer? Or is this the old one? Oh, it's the old one. I thought we were going to get a new trailer then. Wait, what's going on? Why is it going on to this? I don't see any dates. When you click on it, it just redirects you to Modern Warfare. Okay, let me just do a quick video. It doesn't actually show anything on the store. Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and welcome back to an all-new Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. So this is just a very, very short video. We are going to be getting a Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha for Gunfight this weekend. I'm not sure on the exact date, but I believe it is going to be starting on the 23rd of August, which is this Friday, but it possibly could be starting on the 22nd, which is this Thursday. I haven't got an exact date, but it's going to be lasting all this weekend, so probably around 4 days. So this is exciting stuff. This leak has appeared on the PlayStation Store for UK viewers, but unfortunately the dates are not showing up and you cannot see any details about it, but it's going to be getting revealed shortly at Gamescom, so then we're going to get the official dates, and apparently there's going to be new campaign gameplay and everything like that, so it's all exciting stuff. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not for the latest and greatest Modern Warfare news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye. So there you go. You just got a little bit of a viewing of how I record a video. I'm going to literally just edit this really, really quick. I'm literally multitasking like hell right now. So these are just the sound effects I do to my audio just to make it sound a bit nicer. Noise reduction, normalize, compressor, equalization, bass boost, treble boost, normalize, limiter, normalize. Alright, let me just edit this super quick. I didn't make any mistakes in the commentary somehow. I'm just going to edit out all of the different breaths. People don't even realize like how long it takes to edit the audio, because I usually just edit out all of the different mistakes. And also I edit out all of the different bits where I breathe, just to make it a bit more fluent. Not everyone does that, but I just prefer that. It makes the video just sound way, way nicer. but it's not 100% necessary. Okay, I'm just literally trying to edit this as fast as I possibly can. There we go. Export audio. Oh, I forgot to say that it's going to be an... Oh, I'll add some text on screen. Where is the file that I made? Here we go. Okay, I'll add some text on screen just because this alpha is going to be PS4 only. But it will be an open alpha available for everyone. You won't need to pre-order. Okay. I've been liking this thing that I've been doing, turning the some of the text red. I think it looks really nice. I'll just highlight the important stuff. For everyone. Okay. I'm literally trying to get this video up so fast and everyone is just watching me literally try and rush out a video. Why is Sony Vegas taking so long to open? Hurry up. Yeah, it's going to be PS4 only, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. I'm literally just going to drag it in and then drag in that audio file that I had. Let me find where it is. Here we go. I think I've got it saved in here. Come on. Oh my god. Modern Warfare Alpha 2v2. Let's delete that. Where's my Audacity folder? Okay. I might not even change the... Oh my god, hurry up. Why is it frozen? What is going on? Literally just trying to make a video and everything is freezing whilst I'm trying to do it on stream. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Okay, there we go. Let me just drag this in. I'm not even going to change the gameplay just so I can get it up really quick. Back to an all-new Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. So this is just a very, very short video. We are going to be getting a Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha for gunfight this weekend. I'm not sure on the exact... Okay, let me drag in this this video file. Drag it in there. Come on. Okay, there we go. Get rid of the audio. Drag it over here. We are going to be getting a Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha for gunfight this weekend. I'm not sure on the exact date, but I believe it is going to be starting on the 23rd of August, which is this Friday, but it possibly could be starting on the 22nd, which is this Thursday. I haven't got an exact date, but it's going... Okay, let me drag that in. And then I'll put that text on screen. Where is it? There we go. Literally editing so fast, oh my god. Which is this Friday, but it possibly could be starting on the 22nd, which is this Thursday. Let me just central the text. Oh my god, I'm trying to pump this out so fast. I haven't got an exact date, but it's going to be lasting all this weekend, so probably around 4 days. So this is exciting stuff. This leak has appeared on the PlayStation Store for UK viewers, but unfortunately the dates are not showing up and you cannot see any details about it. But it's going to be getting revealed shortly at Gamescom, so then we're going to get the official date. And apparently there's going to be new campaign gameplay and everything like that, so it's all exciting stuff. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not for the latest and greatest Modern Warfare news and information. So anyways, thank you. Oh my god, the reveal is literally in 20 minutes. Why did I even bother with this? Literally do not even know. Let me drag this in. buy that. So it's all exciting stuff. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe. Okay, I think that's all ready to go. Let me just do Gaussian blur. Where is it? There we go. Gaussian blur and that. Okay, and render that video. Okay, I hope this doesn't crash my computer. I'm trying to live stream and also render a video. I've never done this before, so let's just hope nothing breaks. Oh my god, it's lagging. I'm just going to close Google Chrome. Oh my god, the live stream is finally starting very, very soon. Okay. Everyone's spamming goats. I don't even know how I just made a video and live streaming at the same time. But we're very, very close now. Hopefully my video just processed very quick. Let me just open up the... Why has it changed accounts? What's going on? Oh my god, hurry up. Why has it logged me into another account? Wait, let me just... put this on screen for a second. I don't want my name and stuff showing up. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it just logged me out of my account and just signed me into my other account there. But let's go ahead and get this video out. I don't know what I'm going to do for the thumbnail because literally I might just put a screenshot from the from this. There we go, 2v2 beta. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to, I made this thumbnail before. Where is it? I made this thumbnail before. I'm just going to use the same thumbnail, but just put the gunfight beta thing over it. Here we go. And then I'll just crop out this. Oh my god, I'm literally multitasking like mad right now. That's not even the right image. Where is the right image? I'm literally trying to do so much. Here we go. I want the one without the arrow. Let's get rid of that. Modern Warfare beta. Let's put that in. And I will also... okay, let me just crop this as well. To just this. Okay, that should be fine. So yeah, it's going to be this weekend, this Friday or this Thursday. So exciting, exciting stuff. But let me go ahead and quickly re-upload this video. Okay. Let's get this up, upload. Oh my god, literally doing so much right now. Why is this opened up? What is going on? Oh my god. What the hell is going on right now? Let me just copy all these tags. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I don't want all this. Let me get rid of all this. Set the game to Modern Warfare. Sorry if this is a bit boring to watch. I do apologise. Literally just trying to copy everything. Modern Warfare 2v2 Alpha 2v2 Gunfight Alpha download leaked. PS4 only beta this weekend. Modern Warfare beta early. Literally just copying. I'm not even updating my description. Okay. Set that to unlisted. And let's change the thumbnail. Oh my god. So much to do. How did I just make that video? Literally whilst I was playing. Streaming, I mean. Okay, let's put the thumbnail. Thumbnail. Oh my god, hurry up. Actually, I might just crop that, actually. It might be a bit too big. God, I'm literally cannot make up my mind. I want it just zoomed in on the actual beta thing. So I'll just do that. That should be okay. Let me just make it a bit longer. There we go. Create thumbnail. Let me just put it up. There we go. But yeah, it's PS4 only, so I'm sorry for those of you guys on Xbox or PC. Let me just get my video up real quick. Oh my god, literally trying to do so much. The live stream from Infinity Ward with campaign gameplay is literally just in 15 minutes time, so not long now. Let me just go ahead and close Sony Vegas. I don't need that open anymore. There we go. Let me just do an end screen and a title card real quick. End screen. Title card. Come on, how long is this taking me just to do a video? Hello guys, this is the game. I'll just put the DLC 5 one. And there we go. Wait, what? Vonda has deleted his Twitter? Oh my god, dude, I think he's 100% gotten in trouble by Activision for those tweets. Jesus, what is going on? Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution. Welcome back. Okay, let's tweet this out. How have I just made a video and streamed? Okay, I'm going to read the chat now. Let me just talk about what's going on with David Vonderhaar and why has Google Chrome just crashed. It literally keeps freezing. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I literally just did an update to my computer right before this live stream. Maybe that's why it's being like this. Let me just get all of the tabs open again. What is going on? I have so many tabs open. David Vonda has literally deleted his Twitter. Oh my god. Yeah, he's definitely gotten in trouble with Activision. Charlie and Intel have tweeted about it as well. They've asked Activision for a comment and they won't allow it. So he's definitely in big trouble because he clearly got fired and then went off on a bit of a rampage just talking on Twitter. And Activision probably stepped in and got him to delete his Twitter. Either that or he just didn't want the Twitter to be up in general and just delete it. Because a lot of people were just giving him a load of flack. Damn. Anyways, my video is up if anyone wants to go ahead and watch it. You literally saw it being made. Literally just made that in a split second. I'll link it in the chat as well for those of you guys who want to watch it. Let me put it in. Vonderhaar, for those of you guys asking in the chat, he basically just tweeted that he'd been asked to be removed from Call of Duty. And Vonderhaar essentially said that he had barely any input on Black Ops 4 or Black Ops 3. And basically it's clear that Activision / maybe some of the other people at Treyarch were clearly forcing him to do certain stuff. And he didn't have much creative control with those games, which is really sad. He's clearly not doing okay. But yeah, his Twitter's just straight up gone. That is just crazy. It really makes you wonder about that Blundell rumour about him being fired, because are we being lied to? Because clearly stuff is not going on well at Treyarch, clearly. So I don't know what to believe anymore. I really have no idea what is going on over at Treyarch. Clearly not a lot is going on. Not a lot good is going on, sorry. Why does all this stuff keep recording? I don't want all this. Let me delete all that. Okay, we're back. Yeah, there's nothing really much going on. Yeah, so this post said, I feel like the gunfight alpha is more of weapon testing / balancing. Probably the same too. It's also just to get people's opinions on the game. Because obviously when you see gameplay on YouTube and stuff like that, it compresses the quality a little bit. What on earth? I am signed in. What? What is going on with YouTube? Why am I getting all of these errors? The whole website is literally broken. It's ridiculous. Finally, there we go. Yeah, you don't need to pre-order for this beta though. So, apparently, anyway. I have not heard that it's going to be an open beta, but that is what the other people on Reddit who claim to have sources were saying, so I'm inclined to believe them. But yeah, they were saying that it's going to be an open beta, which makes sense because it was appearing on the PlayStation Store for everyone, even if you hadn't pre-ordered the game. So, here we go. Here's the Gamescom live stream. Remind me before the Modern Warfare bit starts to take off the... Actually, I'm going to take it off right now because I don't need the countdown anymore now that the live stream is going to begin. And I'll take off the sub count as well. There's kind of no need for it anymore. Where is the subscribe thing? Here we go. Past donations. Let me just put that up in the corner. I'll leave this on actually. Past donations, I'll turn off. And the sub count. Here we go. Here's the live stream. Let's get it up. Okay, I definitely have removed everything off screen. I don't want to accidentally leave something on. Let me check. Yeah, everything seems to be hidden. Right, here we go. 8 minutes time, should I say? Until we get to see this Modern Warfare campaign gameplay, I believe. I will be sure to make videos on everything that gets announced today as well. Why is someone tweeting it to me? Can you give me your Modern Warfare 2? What is going on? Does this have music? Oh, it does. I hope this isn't copyrighted, I swear. Let me just put it on for a bit of a harmonic background to the live stream. We're so close now until we get to see Modern Warfare campaign gameplay and this special announcement, the Gunfight Alpha that was just leaked. For those of you guys who don't know, I just did a video about that. Make sure you go ahead and check it out on my channel. We're going to be getting a Gunfight Alpha this weekend available to everyone on PS4. You don't even need to pre-order. Anyone can go on and hop on for free. So that's exciting news. 5 minutes time until we're going to be seeing campaign gameplay from Modern Warfare, probably loads of stuff regarding multiplayer too, and hopefully some other little things. I'm assuming we're going to see some new stuff revealed regarding gunfight, since that is going to be the gunfight alpha. It would make sense to see some new stuff regarding that. So close now, so close. Make sure to go ahead and drop a like on this stream if you are brand new to the channel. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a future video. We're going to be covering everything that is announced here today regarding Modern Warfare. We'll have videos on absolutely everything. This is going to be the first game that is going to be showcased over at Gamescom, but there will be stuff later on today as well. But obviously we're just interested in Modern Warfare. But yeah, thank you for everyone who is tuning into the stream. We've got 1,400 people in here. Thanks for everyone who is tuning in. We're so close now. As we were saying, 5 minutes away, 4 minutes away should I say, until we're going to be seeing Modern Warfare campaign gameplay. Yes, that is right. We're going to be seeing Modern Warfare campaign gameplay. Hopefully we get to see 2 missions and not just 1 mission. But, finally, we get to see what the campaign looks like, because I think the campaign is going to be the best bit of this game. Obviously, I have heard pretty much everything that happens, but without spoilers, it is definitely going to be one of the best campaigns. The twists, the turns, the ending is all just so impactful, and is going to be very impactful for new players who have never played before, and people who played the original Modern Warfare trilogy, because there will be a lot of throwback references and stuff like that to the original trilogy. That is all I will say. But yeah, some characters are returning more than Captain Price, but they might look differently. Well, they do look differently, some of them, to their original counterparts. Completely different. That is all I will say. Some more than others. 3 minutes now, not long. Mark says David Von der Haar deleted his Twitter. Yes, I do know that. David Von der Haar deleted his Twitter. I have no idea what is going on. He apparently has been fired from Treyarch, so I don't even know what on earth is going on. As we were saying, it really does make me wonder about that recent Jason Blundell rumour about him being fired, because are Treyarch lying to us? I don't know. Because clearly there is a lot of awful stuff going on at Treyarch right now. And yeah, I've been hearing that Sledgehammer Games and Treyarch have been arguing a ton in regards to Call of Duty 2020, and the game's just not coming along very well. Apparently it's nowhere near in the state it should be. Modern Warfare was so much more advanced this time last year. It's really scary stuff, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Two minutes time until we're going to be seeing Modern Warfare campaign gameplay. If you are hyped, make sure to drop a like on the live stream. We're so close now. It's a bit of a weird time. Usually we see this kind of stuff at like 6 PM UK time, but it's a bit later, 7 PM. Almost 1 minute until we're going to be seeing it. I won't talk over the gameplay and stuff like that, by the way. I'll try not to talk too much and just let you guys enjoy the raw footage. I'm assuming they're just going to upload it on Call of Duty's YouTube channel and stuff like that afterwards too. "47 seconds, 46 seconds. So close. Yeah, for those wondering about the gunfight beta, it's an open beta, PS4 only, everyone can play. 14 seconds now, we're so close. Let me turn up the volume a bit. It's starting, finally, here we go. There's Modern Warfare.
Be sure to stay tuned for more coverage here at Gamescom.
Vielen Dank, Gamescom.
Ladies and gentlemen, the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gamescom. How you guys doing? I am so thrilled to be here at Gamescom in Germany. I want to welcome everyone watching around the world. You guys excited for a big week of Gamescom? You know, this is so fun because the Gamescom guys came to me and said, hey, we want to put together a little show to kick off this big week for gaming. And I said, you know what? Let me talk to all the publishers, all the developers, and called everyone up, and they said, you know what? This is a great idea to come here to show you guys some of the best games that are coming out in the next couple of years, and you're going to see them here tonight. We're going to see a lot of gameplay. You guys into that? All right. We've got some announcements and surprises for you as well, and it's going to be a really fun night. Now, Gamescom, this week, there are over 500,000 people in Cologne, and we're all here to do one thing, which is celebrate video games, and we're going to have a fun week. So we got 2 hours of stuff. Let's get right to it and kick off Gamescom in style. We're going to start with a guy who was on Inside Xbox just a couple hours ago. Please welcome from the collective, Rod Ferguson.
I thought Modern Warfare is getting shown first.
Rod
What's going
Ferguson.
on?
Good to see you.
You too.
So Rod, Gears 5 coming soon for Xbox, right?
Absolutely, yes. Coming very, very soon. Less than 3 weeks, in fact.
And a lot of people since E3 last year have been waiting to see something, right?
Yeah, I mean, we had a plan. You know, we wanted to talk about Escape and Versus and Horde, which we've been doing. But obviously from E3, people really wanted to see more about the campaign. So figured what better place to show a new campaign story trailer.
All right, here we go. Gears 5, Gamescom, check it out.
Bro, they literally said Modern Warfare was at 7. What were we waiting for? I do not understand. Bro, all these trailers are going to be copyrighted.
What you saw in that vision, every detail.
Multiple security breaches. Old Afira ruins.
External camera 16. External camera 15. Camera 10. Oh, damn it!
They're here.
You remember me? Now's the fun part, bitch!
That's what I'm talking about, right?
It's nice to be able to show more of the game. It's awesome.
No, you guys have been doing such an amazing job on this. So tell us a bit about the campaign there.
Yeah, so it's basically a two-sided story. So there's one part of the story is the war returning to Sarah. You know, Gears 4 is a little bit about 3 people lost in the woods finding the monsters. And now the monsters are here and they're pissed off, right? And so we have to tell that side of the story. And then the other part is really what's going on inside of Kate's head and what's her journey. So those two stories coming together are probably the best Gears game we've ever made.
Looks truly epic.
Blake, it's extremely likely whoever killed your father killed Mr. Johar.
Is there anything I can do to help? There's something going on here. I need to find out what it is.
There's an intruder at Delphi House.
I'm going. Why are you following me? Let me go. I know what I saw. I know what's real.
My God, what have you done?
For the players.
There you go, the shadow drop. I'm here with Jack from Flavorworks and Holly, the star of Erica. Great to have you here at Gamescom.
Hi,
welcome.
Nice to be here.
So this is a cool surprise because Erica we hadn't seen for a while, and then everyone's wondering what's going on, and here it is with the trailer and out tonight. So first of all, let me kick off with you, Holly. Tell us a bit about Erica, the character that you play.
So Erica is a little bit of an enigma. She's a girl who's had this incredibly traumatic childhood experience, and it's haunted her whole life, and it's shrouded in mystery. And so when you meet her and you join her on her journey, then you sort of decide who she can trust, and you solve the mystery with her.
And Jack, I know you've been, people see live action and they wonder, hey, is this another, Bandersnatch, Netflix style thing? It's much more interactive than that. Can you kind of explain about, how you're treating video?
Yeah, we just wanted to make a game, and more so a really innovative narrative game. And so for that, we knew we needed really nuanced performances with like strong emotional characters. And so Holly was perfect for that. Yeah. More so than we can get in like, Moco or something like that, mocap. The issue was, with video, it's always then feels a bit prescribed and chunky and blocky, and our big thing was we wanted to make this as interactive as other games, where you're touching the world in a very tactile way, very high fidelity. So we had to build this technology from the ground up. We had to throw away all of our design rule book, work out how to get a film culture and a games culture to work together. So the last couple of years has been us having to throw away everything we knew and start again, but we're so happy.
So it's not just straight kind of branching A-B path. There's much more interactivity moment to moment.
Exactly. There's lots of branching, and it's actually really ambitious branching for a team of literally 6 people for the last couple of years. And it completely changed the way that we had to film this stuff. But it was kind of made quite like an intentionally ambiguous and quite out there sort of story, so that around a water cooler there's that thing of, we've all seen it, but from what perspective did we see it? And that was something that really excited us.
Tell me about filming this, because I'm sure you had all these different branching paths, your character had to go in all these different directions.
Oh my God, it was crazy. It was quite a massive challenge, because obviously I've never done anything like this before, and films are quite linear, and yeah, we had all these different branches to go down, and it's quite emotional for the character. It goes to quite a lot of deep and dark places, but also because of the interactive side, it has this physicality. So I had to, even though I was in the surroundings and it's really me there, and so you get all the nuances of a real life actor and not a CGI character.
You had to do it all. It's all your own stunts.
I had to do it all, and so the physicality, I had to do my own stunts, basically.
It's incredibly hard, and she was absolutely brilliant at it. Just knew every avenue of the game. Like, it was absolutely magic. But yeah, so it's a really good performance.
Super cool, and this is awesome because you can download it today worldwide on PlayStation.
Exactly, right after the show it comes out, €9.99, pounds, dollars. Okay. It's been a labor of love for years, so this is really exciting for us. And then you can play it on the show floor if you're at Gamescom tomorrow. So.
Awesome. All right. Well, Jack, Holly, thank you so much for coming all the way to Cologne.
Thank you.
Kick it off. Erica, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming by. All right, well, we've got a lot to tell you about Gamescom this week, because we are just kicking things off tonight on Monday. And if you're watching this or if you're here, I wanted to let you know that you can also go to Gamescom Now, which is on the Gamescom.global website. And that's a way that you can discover Gamescom all week. All the live streams throughout the week will be available through this portal to anyone around the world. Gamescom is really trying to bring the show to fans internationally and globally even more this year. So Gamescom Now you can check out. I also want to tell you some of the other things that are going to be happening throughout the week. So IGN is going to be doing live streams for the rest of the week from their studio, IGN at Gamescom Now. And there's also some other cool things like Anno, the game from Ubisoft, is going to have a free, it's going to be free on Uplay for the next couple of weeks tied to Gamescom, so you can check that out. And it's a cool idea to take the games from the show floor here and make them playable to fans at home, which is really, really cool. This area is called the Gamescom Event Arena, and there'll be some great esports tournaments happening here. The ESL Summer Championship in CSGO, League of Legends will be here, Asphalt 9, and there's also something, this is so cool, the Farming Simulator League has its tournament here. I had to show you some footage of this. When they told me this, I'm like, no, does this actually happen? And like, it's amazing to see that this is happens here in Europe. I love this. So Farming Simulator League right to the top of Twitch, we hope, with all the activities. But this is like actually happening, Farming Simulator League. So you guys know this, I guess. When I saw this back in the States, I'm like, we have to show this to people. So you guys, if you're interested, you can watch the Farming Simulator League live here from Gamescom. There is also a cosplay area, an indie village with over 5,000 square meters of indie games. And there are also concerts as well. You guys get a whole week of Gamescom. There's a festival in the city of Cologne this weekend. But speaking of concerts, Sydney from IGN is with one of the acts that's going to be performing this week. Sydney, who are you with?
Well, I am with Par Sundstrom of Sabaton. Par, you guys are performing. Tell us more about it.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited being here. Yeah, a couple of years ago we were here, and we played the first ever rock concert at Gamescom. And now we're back to play some more heavy metal.
And when are you playing?
We're playing at the Wargaming booth Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
Perfect. Well, make sure you check that out. And you also have a collaboration. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, of course. There's a new game coming out from Wargaming. And it's a hack and slash RPG called Pagan Online. And we thought a game about pagans, mythology, needed a Swedish pagan. And so we kind of put our singer's skin, but looking better than he would do in real life. And more badass than he does in the real life. And you can have the skin in the game now, along with some legendary weapons.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see it. And good luck, not that you need it, at your concert. And now it's time to check out some more world premiere trailers.
Hey Gamescom 2019, it's Toby and Julian from the Iron Harvest team, and we are proud to present you our classic real-time strategy game, Iron Harvest 1920+.
In Iron Harvest, giant diesel punk mechs were created to support the people, but instead caused trouble, chaos, and despair.
And now it's your turn to fight back and to learn more about the 3 factions in our thrilling single-player campaign.
Or challenge your friends in intense multiplayer matches in this squad-based combat RTS coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
And when we say PC, we say it's on Steam and it will be across other stores at launch.
And if you're in Cologne anyway, give us your high five, come to Hall 9 and meet us at the Deep Server area. And don't forget to wishlist Iron Harvest on Steam.
So now enjoy a new trailer and see you on the battlefield.
We were all busy with our own small lives. Didn't know what went on in secret. Didn't see the war coming. They said the war would be won within months. An adventure promising pride and honor. In the end, it would be 5 years. Years of torment and horror, like the world had never seen before. The Great War, that was supposed to end all wars, is over. While in secret, the seed is sown for the next war. But this time, we're vigilant and we'll fight.
Gamescom is in full swing, which means we have more 2019 Gamescom award winners. Let's hear it for Best Action Adventure Game, Black Sad Under the Skin from Astragon. Best Action Game, Doom Eternal from ZeniMax. Best Mobile Game is Battle Chasers Night War Mobile Edition from Handy Games. Best Racing Game is Grid from Koch Media. Best Sports Game, Roller Champions from Ubisoft. Best Simulation Game, Planet Zoo from Frontier. Best Strategy Game, Desperados 3 from THQ Nordic. Best Family Game, Concrete Genie from Sony. Best Role-Playing Game, Wasteland 3 from Koch Media. And Best PC Game is Ghost Recon Breakpoint from Ubisoft. Yeah, let's hear it for the winners. There we go, there we go. Congratulations to all of those Gamescom award winners. As Jeff said, IGN will be live all week long, and we've got you covered for all your Gamescom 2019 needs.
Gamescom is the biggest gaming event on Earth, with over 350,000 fans attending from all over the world. But if you're not one of them, don't worry, because IGN has you covered. Starting Tuesday, IGN is bringing you a week of live coverage from Hall 7, streaming exclusive demos, tons of brand new gameplay, developer interviews, and sights and sounds from the show floor. This is the heart of gaming, and it all starts Tuesday on IGN at Gamescom Now.
That about does it for me tonight, but like that wonderful video just said, we will be live on IGN all week long. Thank you so much, Jeff, for having me, and back to you.
Thanks, Sid. Great to have you with us. Congratulations to all the winners. There are more awards, I think, coming from the fans on IGN this weekend. All right, now let's turn to the world of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. To talk about all things Modern Warfare, please welcome Dino from Infinity Ward. Dino, good to see you, man. Thanks for making the trip out to Germany.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you're on brand, and this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but it's a reimagined Modern Warfare, right?
Exactly. That is the exact term we use at Infinity Ward, is that it is a reimagining of the Modern Warfare franchise. So it's still Modern Warfare through and through, complete with some familiar characters as well, but the overall narrative and the single-player storyline are completely new and fresh and updated to be relevant and fit in a present day.
Okay. You guys had the multiplayer reveal a couple of weeks ago. Lots of news around that. Tell us, what's the focus of MP for MW this year?
So first of all, we were just blown away by the reaction from the fans and the players. Yeah. Our overall goal this year for MP was to create the ultimate multiplayer playground. So we've got all sorts of shapes and sizes of experiences. We've got our smaller, tighter, fast and frenetic 2v2 maps. We've got our more traditional 6v6 maps. And we've also got experiences on our larger scale maps that are going to support upwards of 100 players.
Oh, wow. Okay, and you're also doing crossplay as well, right?
Yes, we are indeed. So we've actually had a lot of questions from the community about how crossplay works. Yeah. In a nutshell, you'll be able to play console to console and console to PC. So if you're partying up on console and you have a friend on PC that you want to play with, right, you guys can play together.
Oh, wow. Okay, so across everything, it's all going to work.
Absolutely.
All right. You also had a fun mode that I got to play back in May at the studio, 2v2 gunfight, which is like, tell us a bit about it, but it's like a ton of fun.
That's right. It is
fast-paced.
It is a ton of fun. It's fast. It's frenetic. I actually heard you did pretty well over there.
We had a fun time. Me and Andy McNamara from Game Informer took down some other journalists. I don't think we compete against some of these Courage or those guys, but it's
those guys are real slayers, though.
I was going to say,
I think you held your own.
Yeah, it was a fun mode, and I understand that you guys are going to be. We know you're doing a beta in September, but
yes, we are.
I hear there might be something before that.
Absolutely. So first of all, if you're here and happen to be at the show, yes, you will be able to play Modern Warfare. It's on the show floor. Check it out at the PlayStation booth.
Okay.
And so in preparation for our beta, where we get to be able to collect a lot of feedback from the fans as well as test crossplay, we're doing an early test, and we've partnered with PlayStation to have an open 2v2 alpha that's going to start this Friday, August 23rd.
Okay, this Friday, August 23rd, and that's worldwide on PlayStation 4?
Yes, it is.
Okay, we will check it out. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Alpha, and I understand we got a little sneak peek of it, right?
Absolutely. I brought a trailer along with me so that people can see what's coming up.
All right, see all the maps and everything in the alpha. Thanks so much, Dina.
Thank you very much,
Call
Jeff.
of Duty Modern Warfare.
Moving.
Got it.
Play the alpha exclusively on PS4. For the players.
Now, you know, I've spent a lot of time around game developers during the final hours of development on their games, and sometimes you just can't do anything but think about finishing your game, and you can't travel anywhere, you're focused in the studio. But now it's time to introduce a guest who is only weeks away from finishing his next title, but that didn't stop him from flying halfway around the world to be here at Gamescom with us tonight. I'm so honored that he's here. You may know who I'm talking about, but take a look at this.
Hideo Kojima is not here with us tonight. Unfortunately, he was informed he would not be allowed to travel to tonight's awards ceremony to accept any awards.
I brought an early gift. Please enjoy.
The one and only Hideo Kojima.
Industry icon.
Fantastic.
Such an honor to work with you. You're such a genius.
He is one of the most principled, loyal, and ethical men I have ever met.
I love games. I love this world. I really love you all from my heart.
I'd do anything for this guy, for real.
Oh, yeah.
Gamescom, strand on your feet. He's here, the one and only Hideo Kojima. Mr. Kojima, it is such an honor to have you with us. I know how hard you've been working to finish up this.
ゲームズコム5年ぶりようやく帰ってきました。
I've returned after 5 years to visit Gamescom again.
It's great to have you back, and everyone's going crazy. Look at the selfies happening here live.
デス・ストランディングですね、今、追い込みのすごい忙しい時期で、本当は現場を離れるのは良くないんですけども、皆さんに会いたいので、頑張ってきました。
Death Stranding is in the final, really crunch time of development stage, and I shouldn't actually be here, but I really wanted to meet you all, so I came to Germany.
Mr. Kojima, always here for his fans and for us, which is so amazing. So, Mr. Kojima, we know that you're, as you said, just about finishing up the game, and everyone's very curious. The whole world is curious what you can tell us about this game and what you want to share tonight with all of us. So, what can you tell us about what you want to introduce?
ですね、デス・ストランディングは、全く新しいオープンワールドのゲームだと思ってください。僕はその新しいものを作ってますけども、皆さん気に入っていただければと思います。
Death Stranding is a totally new game. It's an open world game, and it's very, very new, and I hope that everyone will like it.
で今日はですね、コミコンでハートマンのキャラ紹介をして評判が良かったので、キャラクターの紹介映像をちょっと見せたいと思います。
So, since it was quite popular to show a new character at Comic-Con, today I would like to introduce more new characters today.
はい、まずどうぞ。はい。
Let's look at the first one.
Okay, let's take a look at the first character from Mr. Kojima.
Sam. She doesn't fight. Glad you made it. There, she's down. Even though she can't drink it, my body keeps making it. Going through the motions really helps with the soreness, though.
What is she?
She's my daughter. And I'm her mama. It's okay. She's only connected to me. It's not like the other BTs. You can see it, right? You're hooked up. Now you know why I can't leave.
Margaret さん演じるママの登場シーンです、これは。
That was kind of the introduction scene of Mama, played by Miss Margaret Qualley.
デス・ストランディングにはすごくユニークなキャラがいっぱい登場して、メインストーリーの他に各キャラクターの伏線がいっぱい絡み合って出来上がっているお話です。
So there are a lot of characters appear in Death Stranding, and each unique character has like a sub-story from apart from the main story.
で、ママは、お腹の赤ちゃんがこの世に生まれずあの世に生まれて、あの世にいる赤ちゃんとへその緒でつながって一緒に暮らしているっていう設定のキャラです。
So Mama's setting is that her baby was born unfortunately on the other side and not in her world. So, but however, they are still connected by the umbilical cord. So that's why she can't. That's how they kind of exist.
自分の、死んだ赤ちゃんと死の世界でつながってそこから動けないっていうちょっとかわいそうな悲しいキャラクターです。
So she has a sad background where she can't move because her baby is actually on the other side and she's on the real world and they're still connected. That's why she can't move from that location.
はい、ではもう次行きましょう。
I have another one to see. Show
Another
you.
one? Okay, let's check it out. We got a lot of stuff for you.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers.
Deadman デルトロ監督が演じるデッドマンと、BB の紹介です。
That was an introduction of Dead Man played by Guillermo del Toro, and also introduction of
今ま
BB.
でサムが胸に抱いて、ベイビーポットに入れて、連れて歩いてる、その赤ちゃんですけど、これが何なのかという皆さん分からなかったんですけど、大体この登場シーンを見たら分かると思います。
Now you saw the video explaining what BB was about, and you saw that Sam always had this baby in his pod, and wondering what it was about. So that gives a great explanation of it.
あの世とつながった BB とサムがつながることで BT が見える。でただ彼はこっちの世界に帰ってこれないというすごい悲しい設定ですね。
So it's again another kind of a sad story that Sam has with the BB, because the BB is connected to the world of the dead, and that allows the connection between BB and Sam so that the Sam could see the BTs.
で皆さんはサムとなって BB と共に、旅を続けるっていうことなんで。BB とサムの関係っていうのもストーリーの肝になります。
So
ゲームプレイの肝にもなります。
So you will kind of have this journey with the baby together, and you will have attachment and more connection, and that will be the part of the gameplay.
Wow. Well, it's pretty amazing to see the level that you're thinking of the two worlds, everything coming together. It's amazing. Well, Mr. Kojima, I think everyone here is excited to see characters, but I don't know about you, but wouldn't you want to see some gameplay of Death Stranding? Not time for that, right?
ですね、ゲームプレイは TGS で見せようかなと思ってました。
I'm kind of thinking of showing the gameplay at Tokyo Game Show.
なんですけど、ジェフがこんだけ言うんで皆さんもこんなに熱いんで、ちょっとだけお見せします。
Jeff, since it's Jeff's show and everyone's so excited, I would like to show you just a little bit of it.
ヒントにはなると思いますね。
It'll be kind of a hint to you as well.
で、ゲームプレイちょっとだけお見せしますけど、さらに驚くべきスターが登場します。
And of course, there'll be a little gameplay that I would like to show you next, but there'll be a kind of a star that will come out. Make sure you catch that star that appears.
じゃあ皆さん一緒に見ましょう。
Let's look at it together.
All right, here we go. The first gameplay, Death Stranding.
Just a little longer. Let's get it moving. Nothing in the tank.
Over here! I'm Sam! Hey! Anyone? Anybody hear me?
Sam?
Delivering cargo.
You the delivery dude? That's a relief. I've just about given up on you. Good job, man. Good job. Not that I'm surprised. I mean, you're you, right? About time I hopped on the whole chiral network bandwagon, am I right? Join the UCA and all that. You can help me do that, yeah? Thank you, Sam. Hey, take care out there. Hate for this to be the last time we meet, you know? So, I'm gonna need a moment to look over what you brought me. But I'll hit you back via mail after. Promise. Hey, I'm hoping maybe you can help me out again. Don't want to be weird, but I feel you and I might have like a connection, something.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thank you. Kindly.
Come back soon.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Just my luck. It's okay. It's alright. Someone's happy.
Yeah, I'm in the game!
俺がゲーム入ってる。
ジェフにカメオで出ていただきました。声は違いますけどね。
The voice is different, but we asked Jeff to appear in our game as a cameo.
Thank you. It was honored to be asked to be in the game. Matthew Mercer actually does the voice of the character that I play in the game. And I know there are a bunch of cameos in the game as well from friends of yours. Tell me a bit about the gameplay that we got to see there. I know it's a new style of game. And you've talked about, the Strand genre, and I think it's very important for people to see. There are a lot of hints there about the type of game that you're going to allow people to play.
まだちょっと言えないんですけど、皆さんサムとなって、分断された町と町、人と人をつないでいきます。
I can't really say so much, but you're going to play as Sam, and you're going to have to connect the fractured cities and people
東から西につないでいきます。
from east to west, and you have to connect
で
from
間
east to
に
west.
彼を邪魔するテロリストとか BT とかがいます。
And there are some obstacles in the way, like BTs or terrorists, to
で
avoid that.
その中にですね、一人で暮らしているジェフみたいな、プレッパーズというのがいまして、
And there are, along the way, you'll find people like living alone, like you saw Jeff. We call it preppers.
で彼ら隠れて暮らしてるんで、メインストーリーにはあんまり関係ない人もいます。
There are actually kind of hiding, so some preppers don't really have to do with the main storyline.
なんで、彼らを探して彼らと仲良くなればいいことが起こると。 その一つの例が先ほどのビデオですね。
So you might want to find these preppers along the way, and if you kind of get connected with them, you might have some good things that they provide you.
で、世界をつないでいくんですけども、そのうちに世界中の皆さんがつながっているという、そういう仕組みのゲームです。その中身はまだ言えませんけど。
So I can't really reveal too much, but when you start to connect like this in the game with preppers and others, you will notice that you're kind of connected to the people worldwide.
あと先ほどのデルトロ監督が出ているビデオで、BB が自家中毒になるっていうところがありましたけど、BB にストレスをかけると泣くので、そこであやすときに、先ほどのビデオは、プレイステーション4の、モーションセンサーのコントローラーで。
So in the video with Mr. Del Toro, he explained about the baby sometimes get self-poisoned. You saw in the gameplay as well when you kind of felt the baby is stressed. So what you do is you use the PlayStation 4's motion controller, sensitive controller, and you kind of like...
早く振ると怒るので。
But if you shake too fast, the baby will get angry. So make sure you kind of handle with care.
あとですね、おしっこをしてましたけど、
about the urine part, I have to say.
夜の深い時間なんでいいと思いますけど。
It's late enough to kind of discuss about that, right?
前を見ようとカメラを回しても、サムは絶対見せないです。
So if you're like try to move the camera and try to see what he's doing, Sam will move away, so you'll never see actually what he's doing.
あと街中とか人がいるところではサムはおしっこしませんので。
And also there's an option where you cannot release yourself like that.
ノーマンファンの方は安心してください。
Like if people are near you, so don't worry, Norman fans. You won't have to be, you don't have to worry about that.
Although I heard, is it true that that also can be a weapon though in the game?
そうですね。武器にもなりますし、皆さんをつなぐキーにもなります。
So yes, it could be used as a weapon, but also it could kind of it will be a kind of one of the key, and you'll find out later.
おしっこするとキノコが出ましたけど、みんなでおしっこをかけるといいことが起こります。
You saw the mushroom growing, so if everyone kind of does it at the same spot, you will have something good later on.
まあそこにそれがゲームのあれではないですよ。肝ではないんで。
Well, of course, that's not the main part of the game, okay?
メインは世界をつないでいくっていう。
The main part is to connect the world together.
Wow. Well, I got to say, it's so amazing to get a little insight into your mind between those clips and the gameplay. I think everyone's trying to piece together how this all fits together. But it's amazing stuff. Now, I know we have some photos when I got this. It was a couple of years ago when you scanned me. You wouldn't even tell me what we were doing, but you're like, come down to San Diego. Sit here. They put dots on my face. They did the full scan. I was there the same day that Nicholas Winden-Refn did his scan as well. This was like, I think, September, October, 2 years ago. And I didn't know what you were going to do with it. You're like, trust me, Jeff. I'm like, okay, sure. And then I find out I'm Luden's fan, right?
Yes, 彼のとこ行って彼でいろいろこう仲良くなるといいものをくれたりするので。
So if you find him in the game and if you go to him and make the connection with him, he might give you something good.
まあジェフは比較的見つけやすいところに隠れてるんで。
Jeff is actually kind of apparent and you could find him easily. So when the game comes out, just look for Jeff.
Well, I'm honored to have a little role with a cameo, and there'll be some other cameos, I'm sure, as well in this game.
そうですね。まだ発表できませんけど、たくさんの方が隠れてます。
Yes, I can't really say who yet, but there are many people in cameos.
Mr. Kojima, thank you so much for coming all this way to share a little bit more of Death Stranding with us. What do you guys think? Pretty insane, right? Hideo Kojima. There's so much there, and we don't have to wait long because you guys are on track for the game to come out this November, right? Excellent. All right, Mr. Kojima, thank you so much.
The Sony booth and the signing session?
Yes, that's right. And Mr. Kojima will also be doing a signing session here at Gamescom, right? And that'll be...
one more thing, sorry.
今日ここで発表しなかった、サムが何をすべきか、プレイヤーが何をするかっていうのを簡単に分かるようなブリーフィングの映像もブースで流しますので。
At the Sony booth, you'll see more about like the briefing the reason why Sam has to do this, the briefing scenes, you'll see at the Sony booth from tomorrow. So if you have time, just stop by.
でそれを見ると先ほどのジェフのビデオがより分かりやすく
And if you see
何を
that,
してるかが分かって
you'll understand what you saw today with trying to find Jeff and things like that. So it will be, you'll get to be revealed more and you'll be understanding what we saw today.
Awesome. All right, so there's a briefing scene at the Sony booth. Mr. Kojima will also be doing a signing, and I can't tell you how much we all appreciate you coming all the way from Tokyo just as you're finishing the game, to be here for me, to be here for the fans. Give it up, Mr. Kojima. He's just finishing the game. Hideo Kojima, thank you so much, my friend. It's always such a pleasure. Aki, thank you so much. Hideo Kojima. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for our first ever Gamescom opening night live. Do you guys have fun? Should we do this every year? All right, well, I got to say, it's been a ton of fun putting this together. It's been great to be here in Europe. I want to thank all the developers. I want to thank Game and Cole Messi for giving us the opportunity to do this. I want to thank a lot of my team that came all the way over from Los Angeles to produce this with me. We will see you guys, of course, this December. The Game Awards will be back for our 5th anniversary live in Los Angeles. Much more information coming soon. We've got some pretty cool stuff to show you guys and some big new announcements, so stay tuned for that. But enjoy Gamescom, guys. Thank you so much. I'm Jeff Keighley. Have a great Gamescom, and we'll see you in December at the Game Awards. Good night.